check. You know. And like that, we're back with another Unpacked, presented to you by the To Be Fair Show and
the GSH Podcast.
It doesn't matter how you feel.
Wow. All right, y'all see the title. Y'all see who we got here with me. Of course, Johnny will be pulling up. He's running a little late. Said he had to go get that Uber Eats, the DoorDash, or I don't know what he picked it up. But we have the guys here, and the title says, the challenges of modern parenting. Are we raising soft kids? The truth about parenting in 2026. I think we have three guys here that have kids that's on the podcast. And, I imagine A Black didn't get married for no reason. So with that said, we'll talk about some experiences, some things that we think. This does spiral from a very interesting conversation that I'm sure we're going to eventually make our way to. Shout out to Michael Jackson. But with that said, we got the guys here. G, talk to him.
What's good, everybody? It's G, host of the GSH Podcast, where we focus on family, friends, finances, freedom, and our future. Forget about everything else. Check it out wherever you get your pods. Just search GSH POD. Hi.
All right. And beside him, you see him, Charlotte's favorite. Some might say the mayor of Charlotte. Some might say Black is gold. Maybe known as A Black. Talk to him, brother. What's going on?
What's up, everybody, man? Happy Wednesday. Glad to be on the show and talk about some things, man. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. All right. With that said, we're going to have some fun first. Again, we're going to get to it. We're going to have some fun. There has been a viral clip that has been going around, that's made its rounds. And I feel like it's only right that inside true Unpacked fashion, we unpack Drewski's latest skit. So, yeah, fellas, let me know your thoughts. I'm going to push play, and we'll talk about it.
This might be the funniest part of the whole thing right here. This nigga look crazy.
War is raging in Iran.
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
That's great that you're praying, but
how about all the kids that died when the USA hit the towers?
It broke my heart. That is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible. Sweet cream foam chai ice matcha. And Bella will have all organic pop cup.
What up?
Yes, everything organic. Oh, say the Star Spangled Banner yet waves o'er the land of the free.
4, 3, 7. Oh, are you good? 4, 3, 2. Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna lift.
We have to protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs. Yes, because they are the ones who mattered most.
Get on your feet.
All right, fellas. So it's Diddy, but all right, but they say anything in here.
Yeah,
But nonetheless, the conservatives have been in an uproar. Yeah, I don't know, fellas. How do y'all feel about it? Is there some issue with Drewski doing whiteface? Was it too soon for the Erica Kirk? What would you call this? A parody, maybe?
Yeah.
Satire, all in good faith. Is this blackface with white people? Talk to me. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it is an interesting observation in terms of the trend. Like Drewski's kind of hitting on whiteface, not just once or twice now at this point. I feel like this is the third joint, which he's kind of put on some whiteface. So it's like an interesting angle that he's taking. I feel like the other whiteface joint, the NASCAR joint, like I think that was a little bit funnier than this one personally, but I think it's interesting that the comedians are trying to, like, there's a community of folks trying to say, okay, well, now if let this be funny, then let everything go. Basically, like, we're gonna bring back blackface. So I do anticipate seeing some blackface trolling type stuff going on here in the near future. But all in all, like, I don't think it was anything wrong with what he did. I mean, it was
I thought
ridiculously
that
funny. Like, just the look of it, the makeup, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I thought that he landed with the Trump card, which is he pulled out that picture of his white granddaddy, and that shit, you know,
yeah, that was crazy.
Some things because hey, look, I guess he white too, huh? Hey, Black, what was your thoughts? A Black might have left.
Might be tapped. Pause.
Yeah, A Black might have left us just now. But as we talk about it, I thought that it was it was interesting. Good social commentary. I also do think that it's lazy to compare blackface and whiteface. I think like I don't disagree. It's super lazy because that means that all you see is skin color and you don't understand context. And within the context of, like, let's say, quote unquote, the whiteface, like, there's a lot blackface, there's a lot that goes into it historically. Where I was listening to somebody speak about it, and they were saying, like, there's black people across the world that blackface doesn't mean anything to. It's specific to the Black American, struggle, North American struggle, where if you get, you walk around in Ghana in blackface, it doesn't have the same historical relevance to it. You walk around, it doesn't have that same context to it. They be like, oh, you got some wild shit on your face. I mean, but there's not the historical. Go ahead.
When I was in Amsterdam around Christmas time, they got this blackface character where they call him, it translates to Black Pete, but in Dutch it's called Zwarte Piet or Zwarte Piet, something like that. And it's literally like they put on black face makeup, red lipstick, and wear these like costumes and hats and parade around and throw candy to kids. And they're like, and in the story of how they got that black stuff on their face had to do with allegedly something about like that's the stuff from the chimney that they went down and it got on their face. But the other part is they rode on Santa's ship, not his sleigh. So it's like a it's like a slave ship basically. It's like these little dudes, and then Santa pull up. So it's like it's
all right. So you was thrown the fuck off.
Yeah, and I've got some pictures
people coming off a ship. It was like, what the fuck is this?
I've got pictures too of them. Like, it's a Christmas Dutch celebration. Like, people dress in it. They have parades, and they like throw candy to kids. Like, it's very much celebrated, and kids look forward to it. So to your point, like, blackface and the connotation is more unique to our experience than folks on the other side of the world.
Yeah. What I would say, I guess like the NASCAR one was funny. I thought that it was just really good social commentary. Do you think that it was too soon?
No, I don't think it was too soon. I just think it wasn't as. I just think there were parts that just weren't as like executed it as funny, in my opinion, as he did say with the NASCAR stuff. Like, it just some of the some of it might have been like a little bit like overly done here with the Erica Kirk, but
so we'll be.
That's just my personal opinion. Like, just the leaning into the hand signal is like all the hand, like, kind of went overboard with the hand signals to me, and just the nigga looks so crazy. The nigga looks so crazy.
Shout out to YouTube Live Snitch. Yeah. I think that it is. I think it works because of how Drewski does social commentary.
I mean, look, I said it. I said it was funny. I just don't think it's funnier than the NASCAR joint. I think the NASCAR joint was like top
I wouldn't
tier.
want to compare them, but I think that this is really good social commentary. Where whether it's the dog with the chai tea latte and how they the uppity whites say it, even the hand signal with the hand thing inside the car is like a very Caucasian lady way. Shout out Thomas Jordan. He looked like he a Cajun too. He looked exactly like her. Yeah.
The makeup was one of the most funny. Yeah, the makeup was
the makeup, but also the pauses, like her weird little things that she be doing.
And I didn't want to look at that nigga like that. He looked too crazy, man.
And then the sparklers. I thought that like the sparkler part, when you come down to just sitting and seeing her come out to a funeral with sparklers, is wild.
Agreed.
Like, you coming out to the death of somebody to some sparklers. It's crazy to me.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was too soon. Definitely not too soon.
Not too soon. No snowflakes. Yeah. All right. Cool. I guess we can go down the line. We do have a few more things till we get to the main topic.
You didn't listen to the
Jaden Ivey
Bully yet, though, did you?
Nah, I ain't listening to Bully.
Okay.
I've heard one person, but he likes everything. He was really high on it, but he also liked everything. So I don't know how I should feel about that. You know, like you got certain guys that just like everything, though.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, some shit be fire and then some shit be mid, but you like all of it, and you make a case online for all of it. And so I don't be knowing how to take his take.
All right, I can't go that far. It's definitely got some joints though.
Okay, all right. So is this one of the lives that got him taken off the what team he played for?
The Bulls. He got released from the Bulls.
Released from the Bulls. Left the Pistons.
Make a man to be with a man. How God did not make a girl to be with a girl. God made a man for the purpose of procreation, to have another child. How can a woman bear a child with a woman? How? God did not make
Hey, whoa,
a man.
Whoa, I actually met that happen. Listen, the beauty of having a fucking venue is crazy. Like, I be in this I just shaking hands, talking to babies, right? Or kissing babies, shaking hands, maybe whatever the statement is. And there's some people that booked the birthday party coming up in like next month, in which it was like a masculine presenting woman, and she kept saying my son. But typically when you hear them say my son, you know what that mean, right? She got the ain't shit nigga scraps. and she claimed him and made it hers.
Wait, what?
Like,
Hold on, I don't even understand how that's. Hold on, you talking about a masculine, like a stud?
yeah, when usually when studs say that that's my son, they're talking about a single mom that they have now got with, and then
They playing daddy. Okay.
that's what I see like typically in the scenario.
Okay.
So she was there with her girl, and yeah, like this is the first time I ran across this, but they actually had birth. They gave birth to a son in which the eggs came from the masculine presenting one, and the feminine presenting one carried the kid.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And I was like, oh shit. And yeah,
Oh, it
yeah,
really is her son too. For real.
it actually is her son. And then again,
Biologically.
I got a gym, so we just talking, and she was like, yeah, we pricked specifically the guy so we ain't had no short sons. I was like, oh shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, IQ probably was like something maybe, but they ain't want no short sons. And
Yeah.
I say, damn. So to the point that he was making, whatever God you believe in, he made it so that women can have babies with women.
That's not technically true,
He
but
did.
it's not.
In what way?
You still need a man's intervention.
Yeah, but those women had babies together too.
Yeah, but that's the thing. You're still circumventing the. You can't do this without a man. You still need a man's participation in the program for two women to have a kid.
Yeah, that's the add-on though. If the same, listen, the statement is this: God didn't make it to where two women could have a baby together. I just seen it. There was also a man involved.
They didn't do it by themselves.
That's like saying if a threesome happened, two women did have sex together usually also.
So Q, let me ask you, are you one of these folks who believe that men can have babies?
What does that mean?
Like, because you making this argument about two women having a kid as if like a man's not involved. So do you think like a man can have a baby because they're like a trans man? Like,
No, this has nothing to do with each other. They're not even close. Like, so medically, technically, there was an egg from one woman implanted in the other woman. These women had a baby together. It has parts of both of their DNA in it.
That I don't know. That I don't know. That I don't know if that's how that works.
Or better yet, that woman had that other woman child.
That's
Either
true.
way.
Now that is true.
So she birthed a woman, like, so yeah.
She gave birth to her partner's child biologically.
Right.
She's a surrogate though.
Hey, surrogate.
That has DNA from what I understand.
Maybe not. That's not what he like. That wasn't a statement he made though. He made a very specific statement. God didn't make it to where two women could have a kid together. He did inside that scenario because of them two, that masculine presenting woman birthed the other woman's kid with the random sperm from that man that's tall, I guess. Well, I don't guess that's what happened. But yeah.
I mean, I think. Look, I respect the rebuttal of what he said as an attempt to break open the conversation. But if we're being honest, like his point is that two women can't do that without needing. You still can't procreate with two women alone. You still need another third party.
He ain't put that alone in there.
Okay. I like how Jaden Ivey had that look on his face at the end as if like he just had a profound thought. like it's 2026. And it's like, wait, you think you the first nigga to like think this and say it out loud before? Like, he really is like that much of a believer in what he's saying. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah,
like,
he's going through his Bible moment.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't know. Because he does not look quote unquote crazy. He just because that's the thing. Like, if you, especially being in the South, in the Bible Belt,
in the South,
you meet people like this. I'm not gonna say every day, but people talk like this, and it's not like abnormal. You meet people like this in person. Would you agree, Q?
Jaden Ivy, I wouldn't say it's abnormal. Yeah,
it's not abnormal. It's like another extreme Christian. So, like, are all of these folks having mental health problems? like trying to talk about the mental health. Like, is all these niggas having mental health? Because it's a lot of niggas who think this. Like, is everybody having mental health problems? I don't know. Like, maybe. I don't know. But I just say that he's not alone.
Somebody has to play the line of the Bible thumper. All right, but wait, he has more clips.
Oh,
so I'm gonna push more clips real quick.
He not even surrendered. That's why you got Steph Curry, and he not even surrendered, and y'all believe he's a Christian. Y'all believe he's a Christian because he wrote Philippians 4:13. Y'all think he's a Christian.
Hey, but real quick, he getting this shit off on a plane.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He getting this shit off on the plane.
He couldn't wait till they landed to pull his phone out.
You think that they about to lift off or they just landed?
I think they just landed. Maybe they about to take off.
No,
I feel like they just
airplane
landed.
Mode.
They said put it in airplane mode?
Yeah.
Okay, so they about to leave. Okay, he had to get it off before he left.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
Imagine being behind him or to the side of him or being in that same seat. And he got to get this ran off to his phone. And mind you, Jaden Ivy, he about 6'3", 6'4". He might be close to my height. He just looked like a regular guy then.
Right.
You wouldn't know him. Imagine this guy getting this shit off to his phone on a plane.
You know, what's funny about that is like there was a recent moment where I think a Muslim was just praying, doing their Ramadan prayer or something.
Oh no.
And somebody, like, basically he got called on because it's like they felt it was too suspicious on the plane. Like, nigga talking Arabic on the plane praying. They thought he was about to do some like bomber shit. And so they like removed him from the plane. He just praying on his Ramadan joint. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. I agree with you. He do sound like he's on this Gooner to Born Again pipeline. Which is a real pipeline.
Yeah.
These impressionable youths get into. You heard that word I used, Johnny? Not Johnny, G.
No, it's a good one. It's a good one. and it applies because and what's funny too is like with these types of Christians is like they the most judgmental people.
Yeah.
It's like there's no like grace or like they're just so judgmental when you don't align with every little check box, even though them themselves will be, you know, everybody gonna fall short at some point, you know. So it's like the way that he speaks about everybody else is just very judgmental and harsh, in my opinion. It doesn't show any grace. It's not Christian like.
Yeah, hold on. We about to play it again, Johnny.
Johnny P.
He not even surrendered, and y'all believe he's a Christian.
You ain't gonna give me no introduction, Q?
Y'all believe he's a Christian because he wrote Philippians 4:13. Y'all think he's a Christian. But he cursing just like the world. Friendship with the world is enmity with God.
What'd he say?
Friendship with the world is enmity with God.
I'm bad. I went to him.
But he cursing just like the world.
Oh, he cursing just like the world.
Friendship with the world is enmity with God. He's friendship with the world. He don't know Jesus. And I pray he comes to the truth.
I saw this.
That him and his family would be saved in Jesus' name.
Yo, what's it called when a
Because
gang
all that
member
stuff
asks
is
you
not
what
gonna
set you
matter on
from?
Judgment Day. All them rings he got.
Hey, can I
All
ask a
them rings
question?
LeBron got.
I'm
All them rings
confused.
Michael Jordan got.
Now he talking about Bron and Jordan. Hey, well, what's it called when a gang member asks you what set you claim? Is it G check or some shit like that? Like,
that's what I heard it was called. I don't know.
Set tripping, like he's Jesus tripping. Like
Hey, yo, where you from? What kingdom of Christ you from?
He really like, where your credentials? You don't know Jesus, boy. Like, I ain't never heard a nigga just like
you walking in Emily. What do you Emily?
What's Mark 9:23?
Just because he got Philippians 4:13 tatted on him.
Everybody know that. That's easy. What's Mark 9:23?
He was like, well, them rings ain't gonna help him when it's all said and done. I'm like, yo.
I got a question though. Was there anything like why was he picking on like they're like the epitome of like what Christians are? Like, was there something?
Steph Curry has a Christian Ford brand. He is.
But like, I get it. But like, why you picking on Steph because you got cut?
No. All right, you're going backwards, Johnny. You're going backwards. It's not what happened.
Oh, that's why he got cut. Okay.
He got cut because he was getting his shit off on LGBTQ, which you just missed. You missed that part. And then
he said Curry, Jesus healed his knee. He ready to play.
Yeah.
MRI said
he have one of them Hornets niggas burn out. You remember when that guy got cut from the Hornets and he did all that crazy shit? Kai Jones.
Oh, he made it back to the league though. He was just on drugs or something. Yeah, he played for the Clippers. I knew some trainers that was working with him.
But that's what this remind me of. That's what this kind of remind me of. Like, it was just kind of like, it's like a breakdown almost. Like,
Philippians 4:13.
Because there's so many other Christians. There's so many other Christians to attack in the world. Like, I'm just saying, why Steph?
Because he cursing just like the world. Like, yo, you can't have that, man. You cannot have that.
But y'all think he mean like a curse word? Like,
I think he's literally saying Steph isn't a Christian because he curses. And
like he said, gosh, he said, damn it.
No, Steph be cursing like a motherfucker when he hoop. No question about it. If you watch read lips, like Steph is not. That's the interesting thing about Steph. He is not a low key.
Yeah, matter of fact, not even low key. Yeah,
he shimmies in your face. He laughs in your face. He turns his back to the basket. Like Steph want the smoke when he's between the lines. So, but he's competing. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no low key on his shit.
Yeah,
ain't no Thors, brother.
Yeah, that's what I mean by so judgmental. As much as Steph does, married, family, no, you don't hear him in no mess outside of the news.
He should apologize too.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Johnny. Thank you for bringing that up, man.
She apologized.
Hey, Johnny, were you one of the niggas who said that she ain't do nothing wrong? Or was Q one of the niggas who said she ain't do nothing wrong?
Who didn't do nothing wrong?
That Aisha didn't do nothing wrong. Or did both of y'all say she didn't do nothing wrong?
Yeah, we probably said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What she do wrong?
Now, she admitted she did something wrong. So that's just for the record. She was wrong talking about her husband like that. She knew better.
You ever accidentally stepped on somebody's shoes and apologized? Like, did you really do something wrong? Or you just like, my bad, bro? Like, it's not.
No, Steph said, look, next time we in public and you on a microphone, you're going to need to apologize. And I respect.
So wait. So she apologized? All right, before we get there, because I'm about to find that, I just wanted to make sure, while I had the chance, that I played this right here.
That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's beneath you, Q. Honestly,
it really is.
Look at mom.
It really
is.
Speaking
like,
of first in the world,
that's beneath you. It really is.
Like yeah. Come on, you're a North Carolina fan. I thought y'all was better than that.
Listen, Carolina, we don't do like the Carolinas. That 919 don't do good with them 19-point leads, huh? Guys came like whether it was here, any other podcast I'm on, they was dragging for a little bit. 19-point lead.
I didn't say nothing about nothing. I didn't bring them up.
It's somebody above. It's somebody above you that did.
Well, y'all couldn't do that.
No,
on
you get me confused with somebody. You talking about Coach T, not me.
I didn't say. I didn't bring it up. I don't do that. I'm a gracious fan.
Coach
you know,
like,
I'm more Christian like with mine.
Now Q and his family be picking on me. They all Tar Heels and they be going. It be nasty
Q
work
and
over
his
there.
family.
It be the whole family, bro. I was like, damn, it's not one. I was like,
but at least we got it honest. We do have a Tar Heel alumni. It's not like it's just
I went down the line. I was like, you damn, all of them. It's all right. We'll be back. At least we got a
cursing
coach.
in the Bible was actual curses, not just words. G, what do you think about that? I don't know nothing about it.
I don't know much about it, but I feel what he's saying. Like, I don't think in biblical times they were saying fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know if that word was in the lexicon at that point. You know, so to that point, that's why I'm big on like words. They say words have meaning, but when you look at languages and so forth, I'm more of a believer that you give meaning to the words. Like you put energy behind what you say, and that's what gives it meaning more so than just the word. But that's just me.
So like heaven sent, you could put your own meaning on that.
No, you can definitely put some energy behind that. But when you having like a conversation and you using words, they do have definition.
Too.
Oh man,
that was a good callback.
Yeah. All right. So we hit that. If we don't have anything else when it comes down to that, I guess it's time for us to roll into the next topic. We ain't hit. Okay, perfect. We have not hit Chili yet. Speaking of hitting Chili, never mind.
Done everything in the A except.
Yeah, never mind. He wants.
I do.
He wants me to get some work. Oh, okay, I'll tell QJ that. I apologize. This be nothing. I don't want to go into monologue. All right. So nonetheless, is anybody familiar right now with what what's her name? Usher's ex-girlfriend or wife?
Nope.
As did.
I don't think they was married.
So girlfriend. It was just girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, they finna put some Usher smut online.
All right, so she has popped up. Chili, this is Michelle Obama. One of her retweets most recently on her 1.4 million followers was
She's still a legend now.
Legend.
Oh yeah.
And outside looks cool, inside is blue.
Okay. Michelle Obama registered to vote as a man in 1994, according to Illinois State Board of Elections.
Then she got hit with the AI. The AI is tricky. It'll get you.
It is crazy. You know what's crazy?
Fake THC out there, man. People's minds be fried.
You know what's crazy? I have seen this exact picture, and this is a doctored picture by itself anyway. But then, what makes you think whose birth like whose thing is this? What makes you think it don't say Michelle Obama? It don't say nothing.
It just say M with a circle. Evidence.
And that's the problem with the red pill. Look at this. Niggas just going off testosterone. No facts, no logic.
Red pill press.
Matter of fact, let me go to her apology. I've seen this a couple times.
But hold on. What's the controversy?
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to.
She was saying that Michelle Obama was a man. That's what.
That's just stupid though. Like I don't even think that
address a few things that's circulating on the internet that's very concerning to me. Let me say this first. I have the utmost respect and admiration for Michelle Obama, and I would never say or do anything that is disrespectful to her or to any woman. I would never do that. And I had no clue that this repost had happened until I started getting phone calls and text messages from everybody, and I immediately went to my page to see what was going on.
They
Now,
did
mind
change
you,
the
I'm not very
interface.
computer savvy, so I'm looking for this repost button. And I see that all of these buttons are very, very close to each other. And clearly I was scrolling and my thumb hit the repost button. Again, I had no clue that something like this happened until I got all the calls. But of course, I took that down, and, you know, I would never post anything like that. I would never do something like that. That is not my character. I have supported the Obamas. I gave to the campaign, both runs, voted twice for him, and supported the organization that Michelle had in the schools for exercise for the kids. I would never do anything that's harmful or hateful to anybody. You know, I'm just not wired.
Hey, listen, first things
I
first.
believe her.
First things first. First things first. It making them 50-year-olds different now.
Oh yeah, I told you she a legend.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all get out of there.
Legend.
Hey, that yeah. That's why she had the whole
Legend.
day like Chili been like that.
Yeah.
You know that she been like that. Still
like that. Yeah.
She LeBron in it, ain't she?
Yeah, like it's a lot of women that been like that. They still ain't like that.
She's
still dunking from the free throw line with it.
Legendary. Hey, look, legend.
I actually because she's 50, I believe her. Like, I believe her. And like at first I thought she actually like posted the thing, but like
it seemed genuine in my opinion. This is my first time seeing it.
But my thing is, who the fuck is in Chili's repost trying to cause drama?
Nah, here's the kicker. Here's the kicker, because you know how these algorithms work. Mm-hmm. So how did she come across the post is an interesting question in itself, given how algorithms work.
She might watch both sides.
Why was it on your feed in the first place? Is an interesting question, I think.
I don't think that's a fair question, because like stuff could be on your feed. Don't really mean that you're into it.
I
agree with Johnny here.
It's a lot of stuff.
Like you can trick the algorithm. Like I watch like Republican and Democratic shit just so I get like a fair feed.
And then you'll fuck around with some conspiracy shit on it. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, if you go down, how about this? Even if you think
I ain't seen no Michelle Obama's a man content in a minute.
I will say that's crazy. She might have been in a rabbit hole. Clearly.
I agree. I agree. It's a minute, but also here's the issue with like conspiracy theories. If you will like if you was to go down a flat Earth conspiracy theory, right?
Like where does it stop?
No. The algorithm will feed you a Michelle Obama is a man's conspiracy. I guarantee you that she has some interesting conspiracies about her.
She don't think we ain't go to the moon.
Like listen, the people that don't believe in the moon also think that Michelle Obama.
I think they did a launch earlier today or something. They're going to
trying to send them
to the moon
for the first time in 50 years or something like that.
We went to the moon, yeah, and it didn't happen. It was Hollywood.
What about the one?
CGI? No, they gonna say it was AI
earlier.
this time. It was
AI. What about the one that happened earlier? You think that was real? That launch?
Real AI shit.
Real Allen Iverson. Which one? You talking about the one that happened in the 60s?
No, like just now. Like
76s.
Within the last couple of if it won't today, it was the last couple of days.
No. It was today or yesterday. I didn't see it though. But like I didn't watch any videos of it, but I know it happened.
Did they get there yet? Do you know if they got to the moon yet?
I think it takes them like a few days. I think it takes 10 days to get there, they said.
Did you see the moon today though? She was on fire, boy.
She was kind of cloudy down here. It was cloudy. I couldn't. Yeah,
oh man. Yeah, it was going crazy.
What's happening with the moon today?
What's up, Luna?
It was definitely like very luminous and full Pause.
It was the full moon. They said it was one of the full moons because I guess the beginning of spring. Or
it was
like
very bright for night time. It was like I was like, oh damn, that moon going
I think
crazy.
Because we're in the beginning of spring, the Earth's tilt is closest to the moon.
I walked the dog. I was stepped outside immediately. I was like, oh shit, the moon.
That's crazy.
I'm a star.
G is a real like 35 and up guy. I went outside, walked the dog, and said, "Oh shit, the moon."
Family guy over here.
Yeah, you know it. Real 35-year-old adult type shit.
You know it.
Like, would you look at that?
Yeah, so it's bright tonight. Did y'all see the moon? All right, so it sounds like are we all inconsistent? Listen, I will say this. I'm trying to think of like what's like the matter of fact, like if you went on Twitter back in the day, but this is another example. I have went to my retweet or whatever thing on Instagram, and I was like, hey, I didn't mean to do that. I've lived that part, so I actually understand you can fuck around.
Especially the retweets now, how they got them. I've done it by accident. Like on now, luckily I ain't done it no crazy shit. But like, I go and check.
Like it.
But I go and check my reposts like just to make sure it ain't no crazy shit to get accidentally.
Oh, I'm about to look at mine right now.
Like because it's happened to me. I was like, I reposted that, and it was like, let me go and start checking and make sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe her. Like, she too fine to be crazy. She ain't on no Stacey Dash shit.
Nah, fine that late is crazy as hell.
See what Stacey Dash should have been.
What do you mean by that?
No, I mean that's completely different leagues. I mean, Stacey Dash had like a movie or two. You know, this is fucking
number one hits.
This is a chili. This is
okay.
This is a legend.
Okay, mm-hmm. All right, bet. Okay, yeah, okay.
Like Stacey Dash is cool now. Don't get me wrong, but she
was legendary in the 90s though.
She was on many of posters. Like,
oh yeah, fan mail. Yeah.
So you know, back in the day when schools would have what was that shit called? Like the book fair.
Oh, shout out to the book fair. Yeah.
Man, I ain't do nothing but get posters. Ain't buy not one book. Leave that bitch.
They used to have like the cool pencils and shit. Like you get all the erasers and shit. That's what I used to get. Like, I just slowed up on the shit, like weird shit, little nerd shit.
Oh, that bitch was straight.
I ain't gonna lie. I was on my Stacey Dash shit. That was crazy. Goosebumps shit. Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Oh, I had all the Goosebumps too. Shout out to Goosebumps.
Yeah, that was kind of
the movies were actually good too.
Or the show.
Yeah, the show. The show was good.
Yeah.
Goosebumps was like that. Yeah, I used to have some Goosebumps nightmares, bro. They used to like some of them shits was creepy, boy.
That dog with the puppet, he came alive.
Nah. Oh, that was a scary one, but it was the one where like the dad was like a robot, and they like pop like they was trading the batteries in his back. I was like, oh shit, that was a scary one.
All right, so hey, what we got?
Stein.
All right. So last but not least, I think that this is probably the most impactful opener that we do have. They're saying that they are going to be diluting the gas. There's been a lot of updates that has been coming from the most recent war that America or battle. I don't know what Trump frames it as right now. But there's been a lot of things that have been coming from it. And aside from gas being here in Charlotte, I just seen $3.99 literally.
$3.99. Yep, today's $3.99. Yeah, I just got something at $3.99.
Listen, and it's crazy because this morning I got some $3.79. Shout out to all my scammers. Around this time, last time we was at this price.
They was scammers up at the gas station.
Scammers came out and they was giving us gas for the half. Gas for the
20
half.
for 40.
I need gas for the half right now. Again, groceries is
gas
up a
go
little
up
bit.
so quick. You got to fill up your tank earlier than later.
Listen, all my food stampers, I want. If you got, I'm halving everything. I'll even go 3/5.
Like a black enemy.
Uh-oh. AG. Did you hear Johnny's joke about the South Carolina women?
Man, I ain't. He shout out the Gamecock forever to D. We better.
I didn't hear this
one. What school was they playing, Johnny?
What, TCU?
All right, let's say they was playing Tennessee State University, and Johnny said that.
No, I didn't.
Tennessee is a HBCU.
No, I didn't.
So
propaganda.
Johnny said that he beat that. My bad. Johnny said that they beat them like they was 3/4 of a woman or 3/5 of a woman. 80 points. I say,
damn.
Big dog shit. Hey. Shout out to Tennessee State. Don Staley gave him some Louis too.
Damn, that's crazy.
Like she blessed him. She whooped him and blessed him. She's like, here go a little bit of Louis. For that belt we just gave you. She gave
get him like that 3/5 of a woman.
Your little Louis to go with that belt we just gave.
She gave them the Louis before they played.
What did she do? What was gonna happen?
Yeah, I'm just saying she did that. She did, and she was like, well, I had a bunch of them laying around the house. I was like, you know what? Let me give them to such and such. That's why she said she did it. She was like, I had a bunch of them laying around. I was like, let me go ahead.
Samples.
Let me give it to the missing, the unfortunate. That is kind of crazy.
Crazy.
Not gonna lie.
But like, I mean, if you was getting it, like, you gonna take it. Like,
imagine getting that as a gift from Don Staley, though, and you play college ball, and you just got a gift like that from one of the GOATs.
No,
but like, I honestly though, she was buttering them up though. She was like, "You ain't gonna be no upsets in this round." It could be, I feel like that's a war strategy. He'd be nice.
Oh no, if you give some women the Louis belt and they beat you with it, it's crazy. That is crazy.
But hey, shout out to UConn, shout out to Texas, UCLA. It's gonna be a good, good Final Four going down on Friday. Shout out to the ladies.
You talking about the women's?
I said shout out to the ladies.
Okay. But yeah, nonetheless, has America won the war? Trump said that it's over. They won. They defeated him. I don't know. What is y'all thoughts? Weekly update.
Trump say a lot of shit, and like, I think we're getting to the point where it's dangerous because, like, in like a time of war or turmoil, you're supposed to be able to look to leadership and trust them. And like, I don't think nobody out here like looks to Trump and like believes half 60-70% of the shit that comes out of his mouth. And it's like, and be like, we won. We done blew up everything. They can't shoot no more. Damn, they just shot us. It's just like they've set a precedent for bullshit and non-accuracy. And it's like, it's really like dangerous to where like I find myself watching British and European news to find out what's really going on nowadays. And I think that's, a direct reflection of the leadership of this country. It's scary.
G, talk to us.
I mean, I don't disagree too much with Johnny in terms of like, I definitely like, what did we win? Like, what was, how like you play with how you ever been playing with a little kid and then all of a sudden they just run away and you say, I win. Like, nigga, what did you win? Like, you just want to just say I win. Like it's like, what was the objective of the game? What are we doing here? What constitutes a W? And that's been my biggest issue with it from the jump is that we don't even know why we're doing this necessarily.
We got. Yeah.
I mean, we hear some, but there's no clarity, and this is not just my opinion. This is also a common thing that I've heard from folks in Congress, both on the left and the right. This is not like a unpopular thought that people are unsure of why we're even doing this and what we're doing it for. We could speculate, like, does it look like Israel has us in their back pocket. It does look like that. This does look like that we got dragged into a situation as a proxy.
I know why he's doing it.
It does feel like that, but at the end of the day, there's no real clear objective to what the end game of this thing is, at least from my perspective. And similar to like, I hope this doesn't end up like another, say, Vietnam, for example, where it's just like no clarity, no real clear. It's just like we end up having we go spend all this money on time and people's sacrificing their lives at the end of the day for what?
Hey, G, I think, Vietnam's been going down as like one of the wars that like, America didn't win. But like what people don't realize in hindsight is one of the reasons that happened is a lot of the soldiers that went there didn't agree with the war. I've even seen some recent stuff about like mutinies and like people turned against their like, their commanders and stuff because they felt like, why are we, kind of the same reason. They're like, why are we fighting this war? Muhammad Ali, the Viet Cong ain't do nothing to me. And like, I don't think that was a war that was like the American soldier didn't necessarily like have a lot of motivation or was very gung-ho to like go and fight. And I think this war would be, very, very, similar as far as like, I don't see us going in there and like doing very well based on like, this is our leader. Like who wants to go and like, they have Trump lead?
Are you saying
like
imagine
Trump being the
or are you
leader that
saying this is different? I'm not understanding.
You say what?
Are you saying that this is similar to Vietnam and that people don't want to fight, or are you saying this is different and that soldiers
this is
want
very
to fight?
similar. I think this would be
That's
very
what I'm
similar.
saying. Okay, yeah.
Where
That's
like
what I'm
people
saying.
don't want to go. And also I know the reason like a lot of this shit started and like, hey, we gotta get better as like 980D. We talking about the day before he dropped the bomb. The Epstein files.
Oh.
And like, when the last time a nigga said anything about some files?
The files have taken a back seat a little bit.
And it's like, I think like, all right, are we looking at like somebody having a motivation or like
since Venezuela and then this
that looks so stupid? It's like, oh, this is a distraction. Like the seat was getting hot, and you did some dumb shit over here to make us, and it's like, I think that's have a lot to do with it. I don't really see us, being very successful boots on the ground over there. I think Chechnya just said they're gonna send people to fight against them too. It's like I don't see how that's gonna work in his favor. If he send boots on the ground, shit gonna get ugly, and it's gonna, be a direct deflection on whatever he's trying to do. So I think it's a bad strategic move for him either way.
I dig it. All right, so nonetheless, the gas is up. The what is it? The Strait of Hermes. It's a joke, but
hey,
go ahead, say it.
Nah, I'm gonna wait. I got a meme for that. Like, give me a second. You gotta play this meme. You gotta play this meme. I'm gonna put it in To Be Fair chat.
But it sounds as though, or put it in the Unpacked chat. But
yeah, that's what I'm better do.
Yeah, it sounds as though we do have consensus that we do not believe that specifically the war is quite over, or at the point in which our guy Donald Trump has said it is. But
Q, you got to be careful how you word that, because you gonna have niggas thinking we Trump supporters.
Oh, I said that badly.
You said our guy Donald Trump. I'm like,
he's the leader. He's our leader. He's our president. So it is kind of our guy, unfortunately.
I understand what you're saying, though. We do have a panel that is diverse inside, like the thoughts and processes. There was a time that we did have some guys that were leaning towards Trump over whoever. That was their guy. Some of them are not here. Some of them had bad internet connection tonight. But what I will say is that like we've all evolved some of our POVs, and Yeah, I'll push play on this meme.
A little bit homophobic that was so focused on the straights of homos and not the gays of homos.
Yes, I agree. Yes, for sure.
Why do you think they're willing to leave the gays of homos behind?
I think it's just historically, like, gays have always been very discriminated against, which is wrong on so many levels.
Even in war.
Yeah, even in war. It just takes more reform in government, obviously, and then also educating society.
I feel like if we're going to go in there, we can't leave the gay people behind.
Right.
I don't think we should go in there at all, but if we're going to, the gays of homos, we could turn it into Fire Island.
For sure.
Isn't it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the straights of homos and not the gays of homos?
I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
You said, isn't it homophobic that we're
said,
focused
yes,
on
I
the
agree.
straight,
What about
not
the gays?
That's a good one, Johnny. I can't lie to you.
Hey, and
That's a
listen.
good one.
This is something that we all should practice as adults.
That's
So
hilarious.
there is times that I can be in robot mode and somebody say something and be like, "Yeah, you get that?" And be like, "Yeah." And then I do this intentionally. Like, well, it's intentional. I will then be like, "No, my bad. I don't know what you just said. Could you say it again?" I think it's easy to just keep running with it though. Like when somebody can say something crazy and they be like, "You understand that?" The easiest thing, especially if you want to get out the conversation, be like, "Yeah,
I feel you, dog."
yeah."
But that's insane.
But I don't be feeling them.
like,
and then
that's almost as bad as the head of the sexuals.
The part of me, I got to be like, "Nah, I don't know what you're talking about." Every single time, because of it could be some shit like that, and somebody could be searching for a gotcha. That's just me personally.
Now that's but like niggas just didn't pay attention in social studies. That's simple in geography. Like the straits, like this is straight, and it's not even the straits of Hormuz. It's the Strait of Hormuz. You got,
the whole framing of the question of like, isn't it homophobic that like it's just a complete annihilation of her intellect. I'm sorry.
Like, well, classic. That's a classic.
I will say you do have to put in context like place. So if it's in college, I think that makes a really, really big difference. I will also say this. Well, my bad. This is about to take us somewhere else. But I seen somebody that it was a woman. This is random. And I'll let it get y'all feedback. We're about to talk about kids in a second. It was a woman. She posted like a throwback. She was older than us. She was like administrator during the time. But it was like a throwback of like all of 2003 to 2007-ish. That was at the college I went to. Right? And that shit was such a beautiful memory lane. And you're just looking at like the culture and the times, and you like 03, and they had the 9 jackets. If you remember that, when Wayne, and then 3-6 Mafia Award and shit like that. Then you see the way they was hanging their hats and shit. But you know what I actually like left that saying. It's weird, but well, I don't know if it's weird, but I would like it's hard for me to think of a world where I'll push my son not to go to college. Mainly because of, and like this wraps into a couple of different things, but mainly because I felt like I actually found myself in college. What I thought, what my perspective was, what I was XYZ, and that was like the first space that I was only around my peers 24/7 without parental guidance to actually find. I wasn't in college in 2003. Steve,
he tried it.
I wasn't there then. Give me 2 years and I was there. But
still 20 plus though.
Oh, for sure. Johnny, you smoothing up on that too, my boy. You a year off.
Hey,
a year off.
Hey, we'll wait till a year.
Niggas say 20 plus
year.
like 19.
Say that
right
shit
there.
next year to me. Say that shit next year to me.
Knock it. But yeah. No, I was just kind of like reflecting, and I was just like, damn, like for me as the human being that I think that I was prior to going to college, and then who I was when I left college, I think that was an irreplaceable like life experience. And then just the experiences, the people, the like all the different little situations that happens, the beach trips, the trips to whoever wherever. To me those are things that I think is almost invaluable. And I think I was thinking of this inside the sense that like my son is a year away from it, but as well, like there's now the space where you can go to college for free, you can go college and get paid for it. And then I thought about like, damn, I went to
What's the
college
free?
and
They
paid.
paying niggas to go.
But then it's also you're not a if you're going to college and getting paid, you're also having a different relationship with the experience. It's not the same, Yeah, exactly. It's work.
Yeah, but nonetheless, like this took me down just the memory lane of it, where I was like, damn, I can't think of another space, another time that you can ever be 4 years, maybe 5, where it is you and your peers and you have the space to figure it out. Because of like when I was looking at the like the memory lane of it, when you go from like your freshman year to your senior year, like fashion changes, like verbiage changes, everything changes. Like it's a whole new world. And through that, you evolve. And if you look at freshman to senior year, it's like a totally different person. And I think that and I was thinking about like helicopter parents where there's some parents that never get the opportunity. I mean, there's some kids that never get the opportunity to find themselves outside of whatever their parents' jurisdiction is.
No, hey, right there. Like I ain't gonna lie, cause like in high school, like I kind of feel like I had that experience, the helicopter. But like, and so like for me,
They threw the Anthony Edwards on you too.
Hey man, they just love dark skin. Like they gonna tell me I look like every dark skinned nigga out there that's doing something. But like it was the clips this year's and Edwards. But like to me, like college was like I found myself, but it was like one of the first times where I questioned myself. Like I feel like I was a little, high school, like it's easy, like you could beat a man in high school. It's a little easy, but then you go to college and it's, 20,000 people, 30,000 people. You go from being a man to being just a little number on that little chalkboard, and it feels different. And like, I remember just having to redefine myself in college, and then like you say, by the end, you finally get that. And I still feel like I really found myself a little bit after, but like I got on the path of finding myself by the end of college. And like you say, and the last day I remember before I moved back, I remember thinking, I was telling like Skill, like, and it's the last time we gonna ever have like, bro, it's chicks up there, they to the left, they to the right, it's some.
Hey, yeah, you gotta.
They're all. It's like wherever we about to move, it's not gonna be this lit, bro. It's like it's never gonna be like this lit ever again. Like I remember like the last day, looking up and being like, God, this, like I remember like really appreciating it and like being able to like understand, like, damn, this was a moment, this was a chapter, and. Yeah, I questioned myself at first in college. I thought I was something, and college made me, realize I wasn't who I really thought I was. But, it allowed me to find, what I actually was.
Now you just figure out who you are, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I guess that's what I said in a long, a lot of extra words.
I feel you, but I don't know if so I agree because I relate to a lot of what you said, but like I don't like college is one of those things where I wouldn't change anything about it. But I also wouldn't like say that it's necessary for everybody. It really depends on the individual, what they're going through, goals, objectives. Like my thing about going to college today, given the cost and the sacrifice, like it all weighs like what the situation is. How much are you going to have to spend? What are you going to study? Most kids in college, 18 to 22, don't really have a good grasp on what they're going to want to do, say, to make a living or go into a career. Some do, some don't. But I would say most probably don't. Also, when you factor in that most people who graduate with degrees end up working in other spaces, I think the cost of college is what's now going to make it a real conversation where it's like, if there's no scholarship, if it's all out of pocket and you're, a mortgage in debt before you even have a job.
A mortgage in debt. So but this is where I think that we have to have like some of those realistic conversations. I don't know nobody that's paying $1,500 for student loans every month.
I do. Like, you don't know nobody who has 6 figures worth of college loans? Because I know a couple.
My bad. So you're saying that you know somebody that's paying $1,500.
I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what their monthly payment is, but I know they have over 6 figures or have had at some point over 6 figures in.
Yeah, but that's different than like how much that they're paying.
But what I'm saying is, when you look at the most expensive things you're going to purchase in life, your house is typically a 6-figure purchase that is going to be one of the most expensive things you buy, if not the most expensive. Do you disagree?
Of course, I agree with that.
So now we're getting to a point.
Like bring that back to the.
So now we're getting to a point to where your average, depending on, especially like when you start talking about like elite institutions, private schools, 4 years.
I don't think that
you're talking at some schools you're talking $40,000 a year when it's all said and done, if not more. Where at the end of 4 years you might be close to 150 to 200.
This is also speaking about the difference between if your parents can pay for it, if you or if you what's the word? If you qualify for
like I said, there are multiple variables.
Right. But what you're outlining is the people that's paying fully for the complete college experience have the money for it.
Not necessarily.
Most people are getting some version of financial aid if you need it.
I hear you. I know people with 6 figures in college debt, and so I'm projecting to what that's going to look like in 20 years.
So did they only get their bachelor's degree?
No.
Right. And that's where now.
But that's a part of the conversation too, because how many bachelor's degrees can take you far? Like,
that's an add-on to the conversation.
But it's the same conversation, in my opinion.
Well, it's a progression of the conversation.
No, because I would argue you shouldn't even be thinking about
doctorate, but
nobody, even not a doctor to master's. Like, if you're going to college as an 18-year-old and you're not thinking about what you're going to do post undergrad, if you're not connecting those dots, like you need to be trying to think about connecting those dots. That's my opinion.
As 35-year-olds, we do all believe that. But there's a couple things. Like, if you're now saying that the people that you know have multiple or higher advanced degrees, which also means that there's ceilings. So now, if you have $1,500 as a doctor inside student loan payment, that's different than if you're coming out with a bachelor's degree and you have $1,500.
When you say a doctor, what does that mean? Just for clarity, like a MD doctor or just a PhD?
Just a doctor, a medical doctor. Let's go back.
But I'm not talking medical doctor. I'm talking about regular ass school. Like, I'm not even talking about medical field. I'm talking about niggas with masters. I'm not even talking about MDs. I'm just talking about people who have post undergraduate degrees.
Understood. Getting the post undergraduate degree, I think that generally speaking, that opens you up to a higher yield when it comes down to what you're able to make.
And so,
and with that, the higher you're able to make, the more, if we're saying like cost of living that you can afford. And this is where, even though I don't know anybody that has a $1,500 monthly payment for their loans, this is where it now can make sense. And that's why I use the doctor, because you also said that you don't know anybody that has a $1,500
because of the monthly payment versus the total debt. The total debt is what I'm looking at. A monthly payment is based off of like how long you choose to pay it off. Some people choose to pay their student loans off in 5 years, 10 years, which dictates the payment. What I'm simply saying is the total debt.
Like another wild variable where if you were inside, like,
it's not a wild variable, Q.
Okay, if you can't afford $1,500 inside of student loan payment, why would you put yourself on a 5-year payment plan?
But Q, what I'm saying is you're looking at monthly payment. I'm looking at total value of the experience. These are two different things.
Well, you keep jumping around to different things, but I also like I think that you use certain numbers and to qualify what you're saying.
But what do you even know what point I'm trying to make? Because the point I'm trying to make is projecting ahead, you have to consider the cost. That's my only point.
Right. And I agree with this. And this is why I said, so for example, somebody that would actually have a $1,500 student loan payment, which is like doctors.
Why are you bringing up $1,500 payment?
That was the statement that was the
you
number
brought
you
up
gave.
1,500. I never brought up 1,500.
So,
you can rewind the tape. Please rewind the tape.
All right, thank you.
I did not bring up 15. You brought up a
Johnny,
15.
Come back. So
Q, you asked me, do I know anybody with a $1,500 payment? And I said, I don't know about people's monthly payments, but I know people who have six figures in debt.
I said that in response to you saying there's people with $1,500.
No, Q. I said they have a mortgage worth of debt. And then you responded with $1,500.
It's okay. I'll pull up the tape.
Run the tape.
But this is where I need Johnny to step up. And Johnny,
Johnny gone. He ain't paying attention. He can't save you. Rewind the tape. Just pull it up live. We can rewind it right here live and watch our whole live rewind live. Like I'm telling you.
Hey G, I love this. We are actually going to
please pull it up.
Going to do this.
I said that I know people. I said a mortgage worth, and you asked me, who do I know that pays $1,500? That's how the $1,500 came up.
Gee, what were we putting this gentleman's wage at? We're putting that 20.
How it 25?
We'll send the cash app 25. We'll send the cash app either way. That smooth?
Perfect deal.
All right. I like this. Hey, y'all, listen. Y'all get on your cashy. We doing this live right here. Y'all get on your. All right. Matter of fact, let me go.
You don't gotta go back that far. It's 24.
You gotta play this.
It's 20 plus like 19.
Say that shit next year.
So I agree because I relate to a lot of what you said, but like I don't like college. College is one of those things where I wouldn't change anything about it. But I also wouldn't like say that it's necessary for everybody. It really depends on the individual, what they're going through, goals, objectives. Like my thing about going to college today, given the cost and the sacrifice, like it always like what the situation is, how much are you going to have to spend? What are you going to study? Most kids in college, 18 to 22, don't really have a good grasp on what they're going to want to do, say to make a living or go into a career. Some do, some don't. But I would say most probably don't. Also, when you factor in that most people who graduate with degrees end up working in other spaces, I think that the cost of college is what's now going to make it a real conversation where it's like, if there's no scholarship, if it's all out of pocket and you're, a mortgage in debt before you even have a job.
Mortgage in debt. So, but this is where I think that we have to have like some of this conversation.
Let me get my 25.
I don't know $1,500 for student loans.
Thank you. Like you don't know nobody who has.
Can I get my 25? Can I get my 25?
I'll send it.
Can I get my 25?
I said 1,500. You right.
Thank you.
Bro, y'all had me so confused for a second, bro. I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
No, I'm not confused. I got accused. That's what happened. Now I'm talking like Jesse Jackson. I'm not confused. I got accused. I just wanted to run the tape for the clarity.
Listen, I am cool with being wrong.
He said for the clarity, cuz.
He said a mortgage, and I defined the mortgage as 1,500.
That's how we went down that wormhole.
Okay.
So right. my general point is the total value of what a college education costs. And I wouldn't extend that to not just the bachelor's, because for a lot of people, depending on your bachelor's, you're going to need some post undergraduate studying. And so if you combine what you're probably going to have to spend for the educational experience to at least get to that master level, because, when our parents was born, you needed a high school education. Then it was you need a college bachelor's. And now it's like that normal of what's educated is now moving closer to a master's. And so that total value is for a lot of people gonna go over $100,000, even for the regular student.
Yeah, but does it give it access to a higher range to where it makes sense?
It can. I just don't think it's
Okay.
guaranteed, and it is a risk.
But
it's
we
a
understand.
big risk.
We understand that nothing's guaranteed.
But I think it's a risk, though. It's not even like it's not even like more likely that I don't believe that.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Somebody with a doctorate is not more likely to make more money than a high school diploma.
No, yeah, it's what I'm saying. When you frame it like that, you are correct. But what I'm trying to say is like we're moving to a different age with AI and how things make money. I don't know what 20 years from now if that's going to be the same pathway. If I'm just being honest, I don't know.
Okay, listen. I think that colleges are inept at adapting. If colleges then become trade schools, whatever the most high value jobs are, they're going to adapt to where colleges is going to be necessary. It's too big of an institution that is also government funded to think that it's suddenly going to become worthless. It just doesn't even make sense to me.
I don't think it's going to be worthless. Let's be clear. I'm not saying worthless.
Yeah, but my main point, if I was to circle back to the actual point that I was making, is that in my opinion, I think that when I was thinking about like my son, I thought that it'd be fire for you to go to college for free, even better to get paid for. But I think that there's value in even paying for the experience. And it's something that
I can agree.
In my opinion, I would want my son to go through.
To have to pay?
Anyway, either way.
Oh, okay.
Either way. And all of the above. Through all of it, like if he didn't get a scholarship, nothing happened. I think that it's such a valuable experience that I think that it's worth it, in my opinion. I think that like
it can be worth it. It can.
I think the life experience is worth it, in my opinion.
I know, but see, that's the thing, Q. Everybody who go to college don't have a great social experience.
That's also
everybody who
cool
live life
them.
don't have a great social experience.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why it's like I personally would be cautious of, because I experienced something a certain way, thinking that the next person's going to have the same experience. That's all.
But it's not about them having the exact same experience as much as the experience of what it is. I think that you are forced, like the idea of I can put you in a safe environment and have you fend for yourself.
I think that's the key. I think I think
that in itself, when you meet that kid in 4 years, they're a different person. And me as a dad, I'm excited to see what that looks like.
But do you think they would be a different person if they did something else for 4 years?
What is that like? I think that a lot of people become like just older versions of their younger self.
I think college,
and I think that a lot of people, especially if inside like the most average version of what ends up happening to people that don't go to school outside of, like, they stay at home with their parents, they get a job, they work inside like that version of a thing, and like there's like this still like pseudo parental, like half adult like interaction that's happening, where they're not placed inside their own box with their own peers to really flush out all the weird shit.
No, I agree, because I think what happens is it's almost like a scrimmage where like it's a controlled environment. You get to like, everybody's gonna learn something different. Everybody's gonna figure out different things about themselves. But like I think the people that go to college versus the people that don't, like I think you have, even if you don't even graduate or you end up not working in the field you study, I think what you learn about yourself is the most important part, because like life is gonna put you in situations that test you, and like I think college is just like a test where you can fail and dust yourself off and fail again. And I think it's just a series of like, from even the socialization of it to like the time management to the actual academia of it. There's so many different things like as a growing person that you have to manage. That
if your kid,
it's one of the best experiences.
If your kid say middle school through high school, just had a proclivity and a passion for cars.
Okay.
And know the engines inside out, changing all the brakes, doing everything. Like just got a true passion.
You still going to college?
Got a true passion for cars. You would send. Let me finish.
I know what you're saying.
You don't. You assuming like damn, like nigga. Let me finish my.
You know what happens when you assume, Johnny?
Not what you about to assume, but not.
I'm just saying. Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me land the plane.
I got you.
If you got a kid and they really into cars, like I'm saying, true passion for it, tell me if that same logic applies to that kid in terms of pushing them into a 4-year sort of program versus something that'll streamline them to like getting their credentials to do the thing they love to do. Or for example, I think one of the classic cases that we see that we probably all have known a nigga that was a barber and was cutting everybody's hair like at a young age. And instead of going to college, they went straight into just pursuing their professional career and was getting to the skills from that standpoint, early on. Like help me understand, like, would college be required if that was the case as well, if there was no even real desire to want to go to school?
But my thing is like you acting like these are 30-year-old plus, like you 17, 18, like you could still go to college and come back and be a barber, go back and be a mechanic, but you have like education to where if you want to be the manager at the barber, be the manager of the, mechanic shop, you can come back with a degree and do that.
You don't need a degree to open up your business.
But like but you don't have to do it at 17. You can do it at 22. Like, what's the rush? Especially when we talk about life experience.
So what I would say to your statement is that
the cost is my thing.
I would love for any kid of mine to experience at least a year. I do think that there's like mad things that you can want to do. And I also wouldn't force them into college either. If you don't want to go to college, I think that that's his own thing. And I think that there's like conversations around that. But I also think that there's some people that went to college 1 year and it wasn't for them. And I can respect that as well. I do think, like I said, just that
you gotta at least try
1 year of like being out there and inside like a social experiment version, having to fend for yourself and learn a bunch of different versions of hierarchy, where you exist at, how you can climb these different things and the social interactions, and this is all peer based. I think that it's a invaluable experience. And some people want to do it for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. Some people want to do it for 1 year. Some people maybe even a semester. And I can respect that. I just think that the exposure to the opportunity is its own different little thing that I think is valuable.
So would you feel comfortable spending $30,000 for 1 year of college and no degree?
Would I feel comfortable? What you mean, like as a parent or as a kid?
Knowing that you're now that's a conversation too in terms of who the debt falls on, right? Like,
all right, so if they're paying $30,000 and there's no Pell Grant or anything that goes to it, that means I got the money for it. Yes, the answer is yes.
How do you come to that conclusion?
So let me look at like what is the income limits for Pell Grant?
Because to get a Pell Grant, like that's not, you don't have to make like an exorbitant amount of money to not. I think Pell Grants is similar to like if you can get like free lunch and stuff like that.
Right. I guess what I'm saying is that like typically there's a high enough cap to where it makes sense. Maximum Pell Grant. awarded to the approved that's saying how much money. Recipients have a total income below 60,000. As many under okay. Maximum income for
now I do know that some elite universities, very selective universities, the Harvards, the Dukes, the Yales, they'll promote a policy in which they'll say we'll waive all the fees, but the amount of boxes that kid has to check to get those fees waived is not for.
All right, so here we go.
The everyday student.
Private and state aid. State grants often disappear around 100,000, but even some private institutions grants to families offer grants to families who income approximate $250,000.
And you got to be making $250,000.
All right, here we go. No. All right, so here we go right here. This is the easiest. You can see that? Oh no, you can't. Here we go. There we go. Low income, highest probability of receiving federal, state, and institutional grants. Middle income, 50,000 to 100K. State and federal aid begins to decrease, but institutional aid may still be available. High income likely ineligible for need-based grants, but still eligible for unsubsidized federal loans according to that.
Like I know my experience, and I don't have I have a mom who worked hourly and was not a high earner, but she wasn't a quote unquote, she couldn't qualify for food stamps, if you will, or other things, but it was very much check to check. There was no extra money.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get not one fucking Pell Grant, not one fucking work study. Like we were both in
Pell Grant.
We were both in all like I couldn't get anything subsidized, nothing.
Your mama y'all was middle class.
She made 50,000. Q. That's what I'm saying. Like
no.
I'm telling you at that time period.
She made 50,000. No, I'm saying 50,000 at that time period.
Q.
We talking about 03, 04, 05.
Q. No, it's that. So that's so 50,000. Q. You sound laughable right now, dog.
All right, my bad. I will also I'm partially being mad at serious.
My entry level job when I graduated college was like 30,000 a year at the time.
Right.
Like these are and I know and I knew other niggas entry level making 50, 60,000 a year at other types of companies. So like
what did they do?
They were in corporate. They were in corporate making 50, 60.
Right.
Entry level.
Now, so again, right now we're talking about entry depending on the degree, but also if we look at what mortgage was in 05, we're talking about making 50K.
I wasn't in a home either. I was in an apartment. Couldn't afford a home.
That's even better, right? So 50K inside 2004 would be all right, my bad. So rent in 2004, if we're talking about an apartment, 2-bedroom, that's like around $500, $600 a month. I remember when, like 2010 was around like $700, $800. So like around that time was like $500, $600 a month. That's substantially different than making 50K right now, where the average.
But that's not the conversation. Like
no. Everything has a lot of context. All I'm saying is that 50K
is not a lot of money. Like this is what I'm trying to.
No, all right. So this is what I'm saying. 50K in 04, 05 was making 80K back then.
I wouldn't even say that, because you got to look at you really got to look at the fact that, like, you first and foremost, just because you happen to be making a certain amount one year doesn't mean you made that your whole entire life. So you're not making 50K every year for 10 years, 5 years. You worked for 25 years to get up to 50K. Like that, there's a difference in the arc. Like when you have to work 25 years to get to a number, it's a little bit different than saying like, oh, okay, you graduate college and start at a number. Like it's a lot of bit different. And the household that I grew up in personally, you also got to consider who's in the household. The bulk of my time in my household, I was in a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom apartment with 4 niggas. And that's not including the parents. Like, so we can talk about like
how many people was working?
2 parents, and all the teenagers had jobs. This is what I'm saying. Like we would
be. Oh, y'all
packed,
niggas was turned the fuck up. Y'all had a lot of money.
We would be packed in an Oldsmobile to drive my brother down to Dothan in college, 4 in the back from North Carolina, Alabama. Like this is what I'm saying. Like
I don't understand like the story you telling.
That this amount of money,
like all 5. You said it was 5 people.
6 total. Right. 5. Me. 3 siblings, 2 parents in a 2-bedroom, 1 full bathroom.
With 5 people working?
No, not all at the same time. Not all at the same time, because not all at this, but over the course of life, everybody had to work as a teenager. You get what I'm saying? Like
I understand what you're saying. All right, so this is a couple things that I'm saying. According to AI overview from Google, they said 50K back then is like making 85K now.
And is that balling?
I think 85, you're doing good. I think that's solid. Like it's not like
if you're by yourself.
You just all right. So now you just said that there was multiple people working in there.
But it's only 2 parents. Like you're talking about niggas in high school with high school jobs, paying for their clothes, their gas, their insurance, paying their own bills. But in terms of the household, you got 2
said
parents.
It was 2 people. It was 2 people in the household that was both working. Even if you made 20, whoever the other person would have been, that's a 100K house in 2005. That's a lot of money.
So you telling me that's a lot of money for a 6-figure college education?
You didn't have a 6-figure college education.
But Q, you shifting the conversation because
I'm only going to the exact example that we're talking about.
No, because the point of the conversation is where the cost of college is going, not where it was 20 years ago.
It's going up.
It's only going up. And so
we were talking about grants, and then you gave like
what you said was that the only people that have to pay for college are the people who can afford it. And what I'm telling you is that that's not true. If you make $80,000 today and you want to go to one of these universities, that you're not going to qualify for a Pell Grant because you make $80,000. You're not going to qualify for all the you're going to have to pay out of pocket because you don't qualify for financial aid. So would an $80,000 household today be able to afford a $100,000 college tuition for their child?
No, but I also
that's
think
my point.
I understand. I also think that if you had $100,000, well, all right, let's walk a couple things back because I answered too quick. The answer will be yes, depending on how far out that the loan is stretched out. But I mean, that's
a 50-year college loan.
This isn't like most people just go for the income-based payment, which is stretched out.
Are you sure most people do income-based payments? Is that like a statistical fact?
I don't know. I'm gonna just look it up. To me, most people around me have done income-based payment
versus pay what they supposed to pay on a like regular.
What type of payment plan?
I don't know if most borrowers
do for students.
Steve hit it right on the head. Pause. That's exactly what I'm talking about. The dead zone.
D was in the dead zone. Oh, that's cool. I'm just talking about what these niggas talking about right here. They say oh damn, I'm in the wrong one. Here we go. Most federal student repayment plan features fixing paid within 10
years. That's the average plan. That's the average plan. It's a 10-year payoff. I don't know a lot of people who did the income driven stuff. That wasn't my experience.
Oh, so you paid yours off already?
My undergrad.
Shout out to G.
But my undergrad been paid off. like I'm paying on my master's, and even that I put the pause because of COVID. They said we'd have to pay, so I said fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
So I took those pauses, all of them, for like 2 years. I wasn't paying that student loans for a minute. That shit was lovely. COVID had niggas on going crazy. Niggas forget how not paying student loans lifted the economy, like for real.
Oh yeah, that's why I want them niggas to just what they say, give us reparations for it. Okay, 29 to 33%. Okay, this makes, but that makes way more sense. And then if I was to go up inside like income based, and oh my bad, here's the better. What percentage of black people? There we go. That's what I was looking for, nigga.
Oh man,
I
this is hilarious.
I had to get it right. 50%. I knew I wasn't tripping.
See that,
I knew I wasn't
that's
tripping.
not a positive. Like that's not something that we need to do.
I ain't saying it's positive or negative.
You end up paying more money doing that.
Again, like you're mistaking positive and negative in like I'm just going off my anecdotals. My anecdotals is that most niggas I know, they be running from it, then like, hey, I'm gonna do the 10-year. And that seemed like 50%. Yeah, I can roll with that. That makes a lot more sense in my eyes. All right, cool.
That's shameful.
Yeah. It is a bit shameful. Paul's Q. I probably said something that was Paul's worthy. But yeah, like I said, the one I'll just circle back to my main point is that like I think that the student loan, not student loan, the college experience is something that if I had to pay $300 a month for my kid to go to,
no, $30,000 a year and not finish with a degree.
What does that payment end up looking like? It's like
yo, why are you so focused on the payment versus the total amount?
Oh no, well, to me that's what it comes down to is with the payment amount. I understand. So yes. So if he did 30,000 for the 1 year, yes, it's a bad card purchase.
Okay.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Then we agree. That's more of my point of like, if you go to college at 20, like, granted, my son is 5 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking, in the future, college is way more of a commitment moving forward than what it's been in the past, in my opinion.
I think that inside a year, I think everything equals off with inflation. Shit's gonna be higher. We would pay more. But I think that if you waste 4 years, it's way different than wasting 1 year. And I think that
unquestionably.
And I think that in general, what I'm saying is that like do a year. And if
what about community college? What about do a year at community?
I don't know enough about community. From what I've seen, I think that if I was to have a choice, and honestly, this is the thing. I have brothers that have did 1 year in college. I have sisters that have graduated. And I think that all of them have like these different little versions of experiences that are valuable within it. And I don't know, like community college, only because there's not like an on-campus thing. To me, the on-campus thing is the big thing. Like I think that it is like that's his own important social.
I agree with on campus being as like you cannot mimic or replace an on-campus experience. I agree with you 100%. It's completely different life. Living off the calf, living off the stores on campus.
Bonus bucks.
Happy to just get off campus to go to Walmart. Happy to get off campus and go to McDonald's, hit a dollar menu, whatever the case. Like
Wing Zone.
All the little things were luxuries when you live on campus. Just going to somebody's house to get your laundry get done. Like all this was a vibe when you live on campus.
It was a version of surviving with like what's the word, like barriers around it. Where was you broke? Yes. But did you still have access to all the things that you
needed?
needed?
All your hierarchy of needs were taken care of. You just was broke.
Yeah.
Hey, breaking news, fellas.
What's going on?
Breaking news. This might be the coolest shit that nigga done in a while. J. Cole has signed a contract to play in the Chinese Basketball Association.
Johnny, shut the fuck up, breaking it. Nobody gives Johnny. Nobody gives two shits what Cole is like. China, nigga. Come on, man.
He a pro. Now y'all hating on Cole.
Oh, so you made Q leave. Damn.
he could.
Nobody gives.
Hey, Shams dropped it. This is a Shams bomb.
Who cares?
This
nigga Cole,
the multi-time Grammy Award winning multi-platinum artist, has committed to playing a few games for the Chinese team last year and now follow through. My boy Cole better get a triple-double on you hoes.
Man, he gonna go stand in the corner like he did in Africa. He gonna stand in the corner. Mind you, this nigga played in Africa.
That nigga a pro on 2 continents. What are we talking about?
I respect them. I respect the. I see the bigger picture here. This is just trying to him.
Y'all told that nigga to shut up in interviews, and now he can shut up in interviews. Now he playing ball. I like.
Nah, he just tapping into the Chinese market now that he independent. He like, you know what can I do to ingrain myself with the Chinese people? Get my sales up.
Man, like that's crazy. Like I want to see. I want to see you make some China man touch earth.
Cole ain't even like that. Like, he's not like. Come on, bro. Like, let's. Okay, nigga can rap, but we not gonna sit here and glaze a nigga hoop. Like, he's not like that, bro. If he was like that, he'd be somewhere. Like, he's not Master P. Let's be clear. You know, he didn't get it. He don't got a Hornets jersey.
Hey, but like I get it, but like they ain't giving everybody them contracts.
If you are Cole and we can get a draw on
it's the ticket
entertainment,
sales,
like it's business, it's sports entertainment. Come on, man. I'm sorry.
I don't care because like he had some terrible interviews last week. I think like this is some good news for him.
Okay, so let's Cole interviews. Let me just say the most interesting, or I say the best interview he had was more recently. I forget the name. It was something with Vegas or something like that. I think that was his most like interesting interview where he was sharing his thoughts. It was I never heard of the podcast, but he did there.
Yeah, I ain't see that one. I ain't gonna hold it.
So
I quit watching. I ain't gonna lie. I quit clicking.
I saw some clips. And I do think one of the interesting things he said on that was just about how like it does sound like Cole is mourning the era in which he grew up in terms of rap and hip hop. And I do think he makes an interesting point in terms of like
horrible point.
I even say the point.
You talking about that? Like you about to say the no classic shit?
No, I wasn't even gonna say that.
Oh, my
Let him land the plane, Q.
Yo. So this nigga, I think the most like conversational, like worthy point that I've heard him make in all his press run is where he says there's no such thing as culture, it's just algorithm. That point I think is an interesting conversation because culture has been taken over by algorithms. Culture has been taken over by algorithms.
It hasn't though.
It has.
What algorithm got to do with them ham hocks and the greens?
Well, but to me also the thing is that if you go outside and touch grass, you see you see that culture still exists. And for example, right now, 3 to 5 p.m. here at this gym, I promise you, shout out to it. I promise you, I have no idea what all these like these kids is playing. They all know it though. They have their own specific culture. And what's crazy also is that 85% of the shit that they play are Charlotte artists.
I did not know that.
This is like, Q like he'll run certain niggas be like, I produced that, or he's like, he'll be like, hey, this is somebody that he always.
This shit all sound like NBA YoungBoy.
But then Johnny,
but this is very niche.
But then Johnny, no. But my thing is that this isn't niche to just Charlotte. I think that there's all these different little bubbles for example, in Charlotte, there's like this weird dude that he popped out at one of the basketball games. No parent knew who the fuck he was, but all the kids understood it and knew it and act like he was Lil Uzi Vert. And the thing is that, like, when you go outside, you understand and see culture. When I go outside to the boiler yard bash here in Charlotte, it's like, oh, all right, I see what's out here.
Camp North End.
I see like what's going. It's still the culture is happening. It's mad shit that's happening on the algorithm. Not, I mean, on in real life when you touch grass. To me, I'm starting to think that a lot of niggas is making excuses for not going outside and being in touch with the algorithm.
But that does
shit do be moving.
But the fact that there are more and more niggas scared of outside, and it does like slowly kill the culture.
I don't think that's true. We just 35. Niggas stop going outside. Our parents.
No, because the thing is
okay,
too,
you're saying it's age. I agree with age.
Ages, but everything else aside, the algorithm is designed.
New music now at 35 and up.
The algorithm is designed to, like, almost like, I don't know if y'all watch Paradise, but the shit Alex. I don't know y'all seen the shit. So y'all that go over your head then. So like,
I might have seen some of it. I feel like it.
I mean, they just had the season 2 finale. So that's if you have. So I won't spoil it. But the thing is like what we see in a news, like even like on a DSP like Spotify, like there was always an element of programming. So like, don't get me wrong, like you had the radio, the TV, you only had access to certain things to like listen to music and do certain things. So and things were curated. So I agree with that. But the value that you had to invest to participate in the thing that you liked, it has changed quite a bit to where like something that we grew up with that had a lot of value, like music, no longer really has the same value. So it's like,
but again, like, to who?
Just generally, like,
I don't agree with that.
How can you not?
Because I see how the kids react to the music.
But when I say value, I didn't say people don't enjoy music. I'm saying the music doesn't have the same value because the kids don't have to spend as much to get to the music.
Okay, not actual value in how they feel about it, but value inside of monetary.
Even in how they feel about it, because like sometimes you couldn't even, like, when we were growing up, you couldn't listen to something unless you had the physical tape. And I do think that because you don't have to invest in physicals and everything's at your disposal, it's easy come, easy go. It's like, you know, back in the day, you might watch a movie over and over because it was your favorite movie. Today, you got access to all the movies on stream. You don't watch the same thing. Oh, you watch it once, you're like, I already watched that. Oh, I already watched that. Oh, I already watched that. It's just content in general, entertainment has a different value than what it did to us growing up. It doesn't have the same value.
It has a different, like, monetary value. I think that this is where we be having like two sides to the same, I mean, like, wrong conversation all the time. And it's where people act like music today impacts kids way more, but then also say that it doesn't have the exact same, like, sentimental and whatchamacallit value. I don't know how these two things can be mutually exclusive. Like, how do we say that, again, music is this driving force in these kids and it's impacting them to go drill and do all this different shit?
I think music has
but then also be like niggas don't value it. It don't have the same impact as it did. Like, because it don't make sense.
I would say music is just as influential as it's been. But when I say value, meaning the reverence that a young person holds for the artist and the art that they purchase and listen to, like, you don't hold the same reverence. And
I disagree. Like, I just seen this no-name nigga that I have no idea who he is. No parent in the gym knew who he was. And during my age, I don't know if we even had like a comparable to it, but I seen him shut down a whole high school gym. Like, and this is the local rapper.
But Q,
I just seen it happen.
You think you should know what the high school kids know in Charlotte?
No, I don't think I do, but I also know that he's not.
You aged out, bro.
I agree. That's a part of my point. Is that like the fact that they fanned the fuck out and shut down a gym for him, which is also I know when I was of age in Charlotte, there was no local rapper that could do said thing. There wasn't a local rapper that could do that. And this isn't a local rapper that is from Charlotte and is the baby that's like huge and big. This is like a local rapper that's just a local rapper. But all the kids know who this person is. Like, again, I don't know that we had this impact.
That speaks to fame, though. Fame,
that sounds like that speaks to impact and
I
value.
said influence. Influence doesn't equate to value. Because something can be
I don't know.
Something can be influential, but that doesn't mean you have the same reverence for it. It doesn't.
I think that influence has value. I think that's what, like, even if we say like the value of Black Americans across the diaspora, the world is our influence.
Okay, but will you also? I'm not saying influence isn't valuable, but they're not the same things. Like,
I never made a one-on-one comparison.
But I'm speaking to the value of the art, and you're speaking to the influence and its impact. Impact and influence does not equal value
of the art.
Value is about utility and appreciation. Like,
I think that the kids appreciate the art the same way that we did.
I don't think so.
And yeah, this is why I don't like making like the then and now thing, because I think that most things is just human nature, in which whatever you are and the experiences that you attach to as a kid, you attach to whatever a lot of pop culture things are that's was inside your sphere. And whether that ends up being hip hop, R&B, rock and roll, we could just go down to jazz, blues, whatever. Like, these things are the innate things that you have value to because you attach your childhood and then your unique experiences to it.
So why doesn't
I think,
But so you're saying it's valuable because it's a part of the childhood?
I think that we all have value in the things that we grew up to, and
Same
I don't
with
think
the modern kids.
And that's my point. Yes, I think that is not more valuable or less valuable. I also think that as adults, and this is every generation, you have less reverence for what the kids of 20 years later fuck with. And you think that it's the worst thing, and you think that the kids have no, like, it's the same rhetoric that we have heard every 35-year-old say since hip hop has been hip hop, let's say 95. They say that music's getting worse. Kids don't know what the fuck is. What the fuck is this music? It's dumb, it's crazy, it's causing crime, XYZ. Like, these are the things that we hear through every generation. We're just getting to the point where we're out of touch enough to regurgitate it.
I think that point is separate than the fact of how music itself is valued by consumers.
Well, again, monetary. I get you. I think that there's a bunch, and again, this is also crazy. We just seen Young Boy's impact on kids in concert.
I mean, but he's a unicorn. He's a unicorn.
I just gave you another example of a local rapper that shut down a gym.
Like, but you saying shut down a local person, shutting down a local gym respectfully is not like that happens in local like there are local celebrities, local pockets.
The gyms do be small.
I'm just saying, like,
if you want to say the
gyms
gyms are small or big, my point is that in general,
local celebrities exist.
There's cultural relevance to people who are putting out this art for this age group that they value at a high level. That's even more than when I was at that age. There wasn't a local comparable to whoever the top gun gin nigga is in Charlotte.
Well,
like,
there is a culture. We might not necessarily agree with it as old niggas.
Yeah, that's my
point. A culture. Because even like there's culture. Touch grass.
And that's where I say J. Cole just out of touch. That nigga get all this culture from the algorithm. That's what his problem is.
He just went pro. He better be, he might have to touch court. He might have to touch earth for real. He might have to take, them Chinese, they quicker now.
Hey. Oh, You been here when the Asian came? Jeremy Lin Part 2?
Are you talking about the little high school joint? He played high school kid.
Little high school Asian kid.
Did he work out with y'all? Yeah, he I've seen him. Like I ain't seen him playing that, but...
Hold on.
But yeah, I seen him play. Where you at, G? We gonna get into this next one too. We ain't here dolo. Hey, ask me a question. Leave one in the chat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put
we typically do
link up there.
Tomorrow, if you came tomorrow, we would have water, Gatorade, candy. That's right. Today's kind of like the in between time. Yeah, where so
getting the snacks. Don't y'all worry.
So yeah, pretty much. All right. I thought this is my first time around over here. Oh yeah. Did you already do the work? Yeah. Everything was smooth. Yeah. Okay, cool. Listen, other than that, was just a little
30-minute show for each series. Oh yeah, now we could do that. Yeah, hey, I ain't know y'all like basketball like that, but yeah, now we could break it down. My Lakers gonna win it all, so it don't even matter. Don, Luca, and LeBron gonna send them out the right way, but nah, we like that. And the Hornets hot too. The Hornets hot too. You never know. Never know, but hey, I dropped that call-in link. Y'all tap in. Let us know something before we get into it. But yeah, my boy Q back. He back. I've been holding it down.
Oh my bad, Johnny. Was you monologuing just then?
I was trying to do a little monologue. I dropped the call-in link.
Okay.
They said we should do a 30-minute show for each series in the playoffs. I was like, hey, we might could work that out.
I ain't mad at that.
I ain't know they like the basketball content like that, but we might be able to do it. I think Steve's will pop in here.
Yeah. Hey, shout out. We having a good time doing.
I'm getting better at the monologues too.
Okay.
Hey, look,
I ain't here. I'm gonna push rewind.
Hey, look, yeah, you gonna be.
Hey, G caught me on the rewind today. I thought he said 1500. I said it. Fuck it.
Bro, I came in here and I saw myself talk. I was like, it was some trippy ass shit. Cause I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, I got the same clothes on. Q got the same.
This ain't a throwback, but we backed on.
Like, did we all wear the same clothes last week? What up, Steve? You muted.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir. What up, Steve?
Man, the Lakers ain't winning no goddamn championship, man.
Oh, Johnny, that went out there?
You talking crazy. You talking crazy.
All right. Y'all heard it here first.
It's not happening.
Y'all heard it here first. Look. And that's what happened when y'all niggas leave me with the mic.
OKC just too good, man. OKC just too good, bro. If Williams come back, Hardenstein come back, they added.
I don't think they're gonna repeat.
Hey, look. I agree. Oklahoma good, but like the basketball guys.
I hope they don't.
Oklahoma,
bro, that team is crazy.
The basketball guys don't fuck with Oklahoma like that.
Nigga, they just won last year. What are you talking about?
But they not repeating. Like, ain't no way. And
I hope they don't.
What basketball guys did you speak to?
I think it's gonna be
basketball guys. I'm just saying, like
I think it's gonna be Boston.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. This is mad random, but this is the good one. And we haven't gotten to the main topic, but this is the way to get us.
Yeah, we gotta get to the main topic for sure.
Damn.
Would you force your kid? Yeah, it's we at 2 hours right now.
Yeah, don't let you get up out of here without it.
Would you force your kid to college or religion?
Are you saying mutually exclusive, one or the other, or are you just saying generally college or like are you?
Can we say both or neither? We have to pick.
No. You have to choose one or the other. If you had to force them,
I'd say college.
College or
over religion for sure. Like I don't know if that's the right answer, but my first take on it is like college for sure. Like over
Steve, talk to us. G rubbing his chin too much.
Yeah, if I had to choose something to force them towards, come on, that's college. That's easy for me.
Right. Like when we say religion, are we talking like moral principles or like an actual religion?
We talking Hinduism.
Nigga, we talking about
Buddhism.
religion.
Because I don't.
Jainism.
So then it's an easy. Right, I don't necessarily identify with a specific religion. So
Christianity, Islam,
nah.
Buddhism,
Yeah, so then
Hinduism,
it's college. If I gotta choose one, it's college. It's easy then. Makes it easy.
All right, that's an easy one. All right, bet.
Yeah, easy.
Hey, listen, I'm learning. G, he low key a semantic boy too. It used to be like I had to watch out for Trey. G, he a semantic boy.
So I'm a semantic.
Now you done started. You can't put that
because words can be interchangeable and have different meaning.
Wait a minute, do they matter or not?
Specific words mean specific things,
but words can be interchangeable. You can use synonyms. Like, it's a part of the English language.
Yeah. If the words are synonyms, typically, like most people don't use synonyms for synonyms.
Niggas forget the thesaurus.
Like using
that was very
like
important
words
back in the day. Dictionary and the thesaurus.
Yeah.
Niggas forgot about thesauruses.
With that said, hey fellas, I think that this is the perfect time for us to bring into our main topic. We talk about raising kids in 2026. We got three guys with kids, one guy without. And
hey, just for y'all note, for situational awareness, I got a kid on the way. June.
Hey, this is my nigga. Hey, listen, shout out to all
that's
my
a clapping situation, right? Oh yeah. Hey, congrats.
Shout out to all my dogs that's raw dogging.
Hey.
We got another raw dog soldier in
Club shooter.
Yeah. Hey. Whether accidental or intentional, we know the road was not on.
I plan everything.
Nah, June around the corner, so Steven keeping that on the low ski.
Bow. Hey, you know the gender
real right about now. April, May, yeah, nigga.
Yep. Yeah, you gotta know the gender.
He had to let that Achilles. He had to let that Achilles heal. Had to get off that little roller.
It's a boy. I already know it.
Oh, perfect for this conversation.
Young FBA warrior on the way.
Hey! Don't miss tether his wife. You don't know where she is.
It don't matter.
She got the blood of a king.
He full blooded.
Is she like real FBA or she got some dilution?
She full FBA.
What the hairline look like?
Full FBA. I'm actually living my raps, unlike some people in the Discord.
All right.
Hey, congrats though, bro. Hey, look. That's a blessing, like for real. Like we joke on here, you know. We silly, we goofy.
Tiny preacher.
And congrats though. Like, no, I fuck with Steve. Like Steve, you know, like congrats, big dog.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, sir. All right. So I was attempting to get back to our conversation, but me and G was arguing inside the Instagram chat, so I can't get to it. So I'll just toss out to y'all in general. I'll toss to y'all in general. What is y'all take on the challenges that are presented to modern parents? 2026. Are we raising kids soft? What's the truth of parenting in 2026? Talk to me, fellas.
I think you know, the world we live in, it's a world with like a lot of excuses. And so like even as an adult, it's easy to be like, well, it's such and such. It's, you know, it's the economy, it's the world we live in, it's the new, you know, it's easy to like blame the world for why we're not where we at. And like I think like as a parent, like, you know, that's the one thing you got to like, you know, you want to put that, you know, the power in your kid as far as like the world is yours, you can do whatever you want to do. And in this world, sometimes it's hard to see that. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges. I think, you know, soft parents make soft kids. And that's the, you know, I think the world is an easy world we live in sometimes. And, you know, a good life, an easy life makes soft people. And if this the generation that's raising the next, we know what to expect.
Okay, G, talk to us.
I think it's an interesting, it's like an interesting time, man, because like one of the things, so like I said, my son 5 months, and one of the things that I'm realizing about the journey is like how being a parent then connects you back to your own parents in a unique way, in which now you're having different, it's just a different, now that there's a grandchild, there's another shared bond between you and your parent that it brings you even closer as mother and child, or parent and child. It's an interesting thing that it's tough for me to, it's tough for me to verbalize, but I think if you have experienced it, you understand what I'm saying. And one of the things about like bringing, say, me closer to my mom while having a child is hearing her stories of raising me, say in the 80s, versus where we are today, and like the information we're receiving as parents today versus what she received back then. Like little things as simple as like my mom said that she always put me face down, always, to go to sleep, as an example. It was just the standard. You slept face down.
You survived.
Yeah. and then you like today, the doctors are like, never ever put anybody face down, like always face up on their back, nothing in the bed. And my mom was like, are you sure? Like she got me questioning the pediatrician. I was like, well, my mama said
that's why our back's different.
Like, well, look, your mama has good intentions, but shut the fuck up, basically. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the pediatrician. This is what we recommend. This is modern times. So I just say to say as an example that like,
I don't like that about grandma.
Hold on. Let me finish. I just want to say that like, kids are not new, but the way that we raise them changes from one generation to the next. And it's like, who really knows? Like, there's science. Don't get me wrong. But
that's a good question.
But who really knows what's best for the long-term development? Because there's no one-size-fits-all approach for kids. So I just think that it's just an interesting journey, and those are some of the things that I'm personally just like experiencing in real time.
And that's facts. But G, like, and one thing I went like, cause like, you know, grandparents they lean on that experience. I've had you, your brother, your sister, you know, like I know kids because I was raised them, but like, we're also the people that live in this world. And it's like, how much does like our knowledge of like the modern world and like how it actually works versus their experience as kids, like which one matters more? Because like there could be antiquated techniques that they use that don't necessarily make sense in this world, but like I understand like, you know, the wisdom behind certain things, but like we're the generation that really know this world. And I think, you know, sometimes grandparents miss that part of it to where like
I don't disagree. There's a generational disconnect, but at the same time, it's like they have a point. Like when you can speak from life experience, it's a different.
But what if life changes though? Like how much does that experience matter?
But yeah, I don't know how much I agree with that. But yeah,
people been having kids before machines was invented. Like,
I mean, that's facts. That's true.
Like it depends on the content. We're talking about something that's a part of just nature as it relates to like, you know, now. So it's like raising a child. There's so many, like I said, there's so many different, like even now today in the modern world, every culture don't have the same approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there are reasons for that, but that doesn't necessarily mean that one is right or wrong. You know what I mean? It's just different ways to get to a destination. And I just think for me, the most challenging part of modern parenting is all the information. It's almost like information overload. It's like, who do you trust? Why do you trust them? How do you validate that this is in fact is the best thing versus that or the third? Even when it comes to like, you know, traditional doctors and vaccines and pediatricians, it's like, okay, well, why do you trust this versus that? And that to me is the most difficult thing. As an early parent, is just the overload of information you got to sift through.
Well, when it comes to that, I just listen to people. Like honestly, because like I ain't
I'm a bad
really
listener.
No position. I like, but when it comes to like because I be scared sometimes, even like as a dude, like I be like, damn, like whatever y'all say, right? I'll roll.
I agree.
I'll rock
it's
with
scary.
it for now. I'll rock with it for now until I can form my own. But like sometimes you end up just rocking with whatever they say.
But the point is, it's scary.
Doing your research.
It's scary is the point. Like it's like, who do you trust? How do you know that this person can be trusted? Whose advice is more more heavily weighed here versus the other? It's just it's a lot. It's a lot to process.
I trust your advice, but is it good advice? It's like it's a lot.
And every kid's not the same. What worked for one doesn't work for the other. Like
that's
it's just
that's the other X factor to this whole conversation.
Everybody's experience different, man. It's crazy.
Can I tell your mother that she raised you wrong? So the way she raised you is not the way you gonna raise your child. Don't you think she did a pretty decent job with you?
Oh, look, I have a great relationship.
It's not
with
about
my mom,
right or wrong,
and
but it's
she did a
about
great job.
Johnny always seemed, he's almost like him and Trey grew up in a whole different world where they question all authorities when it comes down to it. It's like, why?
Because I got a question. I got an answer to that because like there was a long time where like because my parents were older, like I couldn't question shit. And like that was one of the biggest things. Like, and so like as a grown person, that's like one of my superpowers is I can question shit. So like I should, and it's like nobody's perfect, but nobody perfect. And I love my people for whatever they did, but that don't mean I have to like. I don't want to make it better for the next year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If I was to hop in real quick, so like,
I apologize.
No, you good.
Yeah, you good. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. What I will say is that like one of my main things that I have adopted is this idea of like sometimes I don't hold anything against any parent that I have, and you know what I mean, for right or wrong, I understand as soon as you become a parent, you understand that you're just figuring shit out. So it's not necessarily about right or wrong. And then as well, also have a perspective on that it also comes to a point where you parent your parents, right? And I'm sure my son's going to parent me at a point in time. And my daughter's going to parent me at a point in time once I get to a certain age. And which like sometimes you can sit and have like regular or real conversations with your parents in which even like you can get them to the damn, maybe I was doing that because I just seen that and I wasn't even thinking, and maybe that wasn't the best case scenario. And like I think the important part is being able to get to like the space of like transparency without blame. And I think more times than not, a lot of times, especially kids in my generation and younger.
He got background.
Okay, yeah, he do. Kids. Oh no, you good. Kids in my generation and younger, what they end up having is they have like this thing where they just want to blame and fault their parents, and I don't believe in that either. Unless like they did something egregious that we can all look at as like morally wrong. I think that most parents are attempting to do their best at what they're attempting to do their best with what they had at the moment with the information that they have. And when you take that as the baseline, I think that you look at a lot of things a lot different. And I also think that you look at correction when you're older as different when you look at it from that baseline.
I understand that, but it seems to me like a lot of times, like a lot of kids that your age, some of you, you know what I'm saying, some of you parents might have went to college, and some of you guys are, might be first and a half generation of going to college. And I think that it seems, I know Johnny is different because of, you know what I'm saying, the background of his parents and everything, but it seems like just because it's almost like a child that went to college or whatever and versus their parent that didn't go, they look down on their parent like their parent is dumb. Like they don't know what they're talking about, but they raised you and you did you know what I'm saying, everything they did wasn't correct, but it's not like you have to keep pointing fingers like, oh, look what happened with this, or what could happen with this, or I'm going to do this better. You don't know what's going to happen better with your child until you actually do it. And it takes time for anything to happen, but it seems
Right.
like, you know,
and
whatever
what
happens. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay. No, yeah. I think we got a delay. That's kind of why we keep doing that. But I think that if in the scenario that you planned it out, I think the person, if you're looking and you have, so to me, I think it's an information issue, right? I don't think that it's college based, but I think that in general, as an adult, let's say at 35 right now.
Yeah, you gotta mute while he's not talking. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. If you are an adult at 35, he got the window up. For sure. But if you're doing 30, if you're 35 and today's time, you have a lot more information than if you were 35 in 1990. And to me, that's the context that should alleviate the blame game. And so if a person parented bad inside 1990, a lot of that was due to a lack of information. And if you don't understand that context, then I think that like you're blaming misguided. In my opinion.
Hey, can you got it, G. I want to jump in.
Look, I just say one thing, and Quincy, you got it. I just think like I don't know if we can put the blame on or the idea of bad parenting. I don't know if we can put the weight of that on lack of information versus today, because like I said, like I don't know if
I think bad parenting is lack of intention.
Yeah, I would kind of agree on that, because I think there's like I said, there's an overload of information today, and yet we don't necessarily see like I don't know if we see like quote unquote better parents today than we did in the past.
Yeah, my
somebody got to mute up.
This is my opinion. I think that that's a bad take.
And Quincy, you got it after Q finish.
Okay, yeah. I'll be quick then. I think it's a bad take only in the sense that you said lack of overload of information. Damn, what did you say, G?
I just think that like there's analysis paralysis, if you will. There's a lot of information.
Oh no, I think that overload of information is its own. I think that that's still a lack of like the actual real information. But there's also things that we know to be true to be wrong now, in which that we can recorrect, or that people look to chastise older generations of. I think that this is just my philosophy on parenting. I think intention makes you the best parent that you can be, the more that you're able to reflect daily and think about what you have done, what you have said. That doesn't make you a good parent, because of like most people that I know that attempt to be good parents reflect daily and be like, damn, I could have did this better, this, that, and third. And this is like the thing of being a parent, is that so much of it is a literal learning experience. And the further you get into it, you understand how many things that you're learning, relearning, and then a lot of it is through conditioning. And then you're having to redo those things. And a lot of shit sound good because it's like, this is what the answer should be in comparison to what the actual action of said thing is. Where, yeah, I think that intention makes you an intentional parent that's attempting to be good. It doesn't make you a good parent that without critique. All of us are going to get critiqued by our kids as well.
That's fair. It does happen. With the best intentions.
Hey, okay, so I jumped in late, super late. So let me just. So I think having access to information doesn't override or doesn't supersede experience. if you got a parent who don't have a degree, they don't got, everybody got access to the internet, right? But we all know, when your kids, it's some stuff you just learn by doing, especially with kids, right? Like my little 5-year-old and my 10-year-old to this day, if they move a certain way, I say, you got to pee, and they say, yeah. They got to move a certain way. I can see that. I can see it out of the corner of my eyes, and I already know, right? So I wouldn't have. I don't know. I wouldn't agree to having information or having access to information makes you a better parent, because everybody got a phone. Everybody got internet, and everyone has access to the same information. But like once you're on your second or third kid, there's a routine. You kind of got it. You know what I mean? You know if the fever hit, take this kind of medicine. If they feel a certain way, do this. If they do this, it's a routine, and I don't think they have anything to do with what information you got access to. I think they got to do with more of experience. The other thing, as far as like kids and raising kids these days, and I promise it's gonna wrap back into it. A lot of times when I hear people talk, hear people talk about marriage, marriage advice, it's never the people who've been married for like 20, 30 years. It's typically younger folks. When I say younger, I mean like 30s and 40s. Maybe been married for maybe 5 or 10 years or so. But who we really should listen to is the folks who've been married for 30, 40 years, right? When it comes to, marriage advice. So I think when it comes to parenting, same thing. Like, it's like we should listen to the folks who parenting, but the caveat is we are in a transitional period with this damn internet and having access to everything in the world at your fingertips, and that is a monkey wrench where we do. I think on one hand, we do know more than our parents. We know how to navigate this internet more than our parents. But on another hand, we don't know. We don't know how to do this for these teenagers. We kind of like we literally in the middle of navigating and trying to figure out, okay, how do you handle this? Like if you do sports, my little boy, he's 10 years old, right? If you do sports, it's one thing if your little boy get crossed over at a game and it's just everybody in the gym that watch it, right? It's another thing when the whole damn internet see it. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, he don't need to know about it, but it's just different. You know what I mean? It's just a whole different thing. And I even got a sister who, like my daughter, she's turning 26 this year, right? Born in 2000. So she was kind of growing up, and as the social media age was kind of matriculating, and even me trying to play daddy, that was a little bit of hell, trying to figure that out, about like how much should they have, how much should they not have, as far as access go. So I don't know, or I don't think that we haven't figured out just yet, because we're in the middle of it right now. We're in the middle of it. The older people are like in the mid 20s right now. So maybe there is a demographic of parents out there who figured it out, luckily, on a whim, and figured out how to handle this social media thing. Because it used to be, I never forget, and I promise I'm 2 seconds and I'm done. It used to be you could protect your world, you could protect your kid from the world by turning the TV off and turning the radio off, right? That ain't a thing no more. And it ain't been like that for a long time. You gotta damn get the phone, and if they go to school, well, what do people have access to school? Because it's a whole different world, and like I said, it's we're in the middle of it, and we won't see. I don't know if people will have the answers until maybe 5 or 10 years from now, because I believe the generation is really kind of like my sister generation, that 26, that mid 20s generation. I think they're the ones, or maybe a tad bit younger. They're the ones who really kind of like grew up in this whole social media and having access to every single thing in the world at your fingertips. So, I don't think we had answers. I think the people who had answers will maybe be, maybe us 10 years from now, maybe us 5 years from now. But I don't think we have the answers right now on how to raise kids. Like you said, we all trying to figure it out. We in the middle of figuring it out. And some people had the answers, most people don't. But I think we have a little some more solid, later on, maybe the next 5 years or so. Because shit right now just in a real big transitional period. But that was all.
Gotcha. Yeah, fellas. I can respond, but I imagine somebody else want to respond.
You can take it, Q.
I think that he's absolutely correct, but it's like it depends on how tech savvy you were, because I'm kind of like in between your parents' generation and y'all generation. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not old enough to be your dad, but I'm old enough to be a young uncle. Do that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, you a Gen X.
Yeah. So what it is that I know myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm damn near 30 years into this internet thing. So you know what I'm saying? I always had the access to things, and as Q was saying earlier about you being able to you know what I'm saying, parent your parents. My parents passed away when I was young, so I never got to do that. So something like that, I guess I would never, kind of know. But everything that was just said was kind of like accurate, because you have the information there, but it's truly up to you what you're going to do with it, or whether you're going to sit and make something out of, you know what I'm saying, what you have access to. A lot of times when parents have, you know what I'm saying, you can't critique a person and say that, oh, we have more information or this or that, whatever, when people been having kids since the beginning of time, and there was no books or any pediatrician telling them what to do then, and people have been living all this time. So what makes, just because they got a degree in this and they read a couple of books or studied on this, everything that comes to a study isn't always accurate in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? Because over time, things will change, and things do change. It comes to stuff. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. Go ahead.
Oh no, I guess so. Just going to I don't necessarily agree with y'all. But going to the example which you was making, what makes the difference is yes, people have been having kids since the beginning of time. We have also had horrible mortality rates until the 19th, 20th century. So a lot of people died to have the people that existed. Whether it was during the first 3 months, whether it was during pregnancy, whether it was during, mortality rates have been horrible previous to this current generation. Right now, what we look at as
but that's more of a science. That's more of a argument for science than versus parenting skills. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying,
the child has to be born in order for you to have
all of those. No. But then again, if we look at mortality rates after birth, I think it's 5 and under. A lot of kids died back in the day. It's not like the kids didn't we had a bunch of kids that just lived. A lot of they had a bunch of kids,
but
a good percentage died.
A lot of that is due to disease and famine and stuff like that. Science took care of that.
Up until about 150 years ago, the average lifespan was under 50. So it can go either way with that.
No. To me, all those things are going to what I'm saying. I think that
the child has to be born in order for you to be a parent.
I understand that, and I'm also saying that once the child was born, we also had low mortality rates for infants and under like toddlers and shit like that. Kids did die a lot in the past.
I agree, but that's but that is not the reason why they don't do it as much. Isn't necessarily because people are better parents. It's because we have better medicine, better science, better overall practices with birth and deliveries.
But people also have just information of what not to do.
But they also have science being injected into their lives very early into the process. versus what they did back then. Like back then, you just came out the womb and was wrapped up and put on the breast. Like,
and it builds on top of each other too. It builds on top of each other. It's not like everybody's starting from scratch with each generation.
That's my point. Yeah, I agree with this. That's why you would say that the generation,
but parenting and survival rate
has more information than
different.
Like previous ones. Where you have like the trial and errors, you have the wisdom of your grandparents, and you have like the studies that show X, Y, and Z, and then you have comparatives in which, like, you can say, okay, this is how I'm going to decide to do said thing. Even if we talk about like go ahead, Johnny. Not Johnny. Steve.
I think a good point to talk about today is like we got the information that we know exposure to technology or overexposure to technology is bad for the development of a kid. Like we know that. We got the science, so forth, so on. Anybody can Google it. But it's on the parent to actually take that information and figure out how to implement it into they kid life. Like I get it. People didn't know probably 10 years ago, but the research been done in overexposure
to intentionality. Yeah.
Exactly. And I be, obviously, I'm on my thing. I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do. And I caught that John Brown interview on the Pivot. And
I'm on Rod Dad. You talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the way in which because his kids didn't have no choice, but he gave them an illusion of like they had choice. And it ended up working out. And I think it's a way in which as parents, you got to be able to play that game of
course.
Like he wanted his kids to play sports. He said, well, here's 3 sports you can play. Choose one. And it give your kid an ability to have some freedom. But at the same time, like we gotta kids don't have a choice. Like that's kind of what it comes down to at the end of the day. They don't really have a choice, but you can give them an illusion that
you have to still promote the idea of them learning how to make decisions for themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I've been watching a lot of his stuff, and I'm like, I think too many people just think, oh, I could just teach them to be good, and then they gonna choose all the right stuff. But really, the reality of it is, you kind of just need to choose everything, until they're 22, probably 24, probably even. That's and it's a way he does it. It's a way he does it though that doesn't seem like
crazy.
But it's a way he does it that doesn't seem as overbearing as we seen maybe somebody like.
No, but he's not unique. Wild too. He's not unique. You got LeVar Ball as another example. Like you, Serena and Venus's dad, Tiger Woods' dad. Like there are a lot of examples of folks who reach the pinnacle of what they do, having parents that put them on intentional paths to get there. That's not. I would say if you're looking at the Jacksons, Michael Jack, a lot of times when you reach the pinnacle, you did have a parent intentionally set you on that path. I'm not saying it's all the time.
Yeah, but there's a way to do it in which it's not detrimental to the growth. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a way you can do it in which the kid don't know nothing because you just literally just
they're gonna have some kind of trauma regardless, bro.
You don't want them to just be because I love LeVar Ball, but obviously he failed in the smarts department on from that aspect of them kids.
What do you mean? All his kids are millionaires.
Yeah, but they knuckleheads. They all one went over to China and was stealing. The other one crashing his car. Lonzo the only one who just seemed like he regularly adapted.
He's clearly the oldest one, but
he's the only one that's a regular adapted adult.
I can't let you
listen to Lonzo talk long enough. You be like, damn, that nigga ain't smart either.
But look at what he raised.
That's what I'm saying. But I think we need to.
being a millionaire has nothing to do with.
I think that's why I don't like to use those
Some kind
examples.
of
I'm just
intelligence, a little bit.
Or you could just be really good at a sport.
But we could be really good at something and be broke.
Can I say? Let me jump in this for a second. The one thing that I'm saying when it comes down to parenting is it's no, you can write a book on it, but it's always going to be different. Kids are going to be different and things like this. Like growing up, if you keep certain things away from your kids and they don't know, like I never knew growing up, because I guess because we had more than a lot of people in the neighborhood or whatever, I never knew we were poor. You understand what I'm saying? I never knew that, but I don't know whether my parents kept it away from us or this, that, whatever. But until we got older, we had less than a lot of, other family members and stuff. But we had more than the average person that was in the neighborhood. So it was, I don't know whether it was parenting that kept that away from us. We didn't know we were poor. We didn't know anything like that, because everything we ate every day, we had nice clothes. We were, do it make sense? It's parenting. It's how you raise your kids. Your kids, as I always say, you always want your kids to be a step ahead of you. So if you raise your kids to think better and do better, your kid's going to be all right. But you can't always, they're going to critique you, and I'm sure you're going to critique what your parents did. But I just see it sometimes where people are too rough on their parents, as in the way they raised them, if because unless you were abused or something like that, I think that a lot of times parents do the best job that they could do. And it's the same as all you. And congratulations, Steve. Congratulations, nephew.
appreciate it, man. Appreciate
Yeah.
it. Thank you. Yeah, I've been in my rabbit hole watching all types of videos trying to see what my philosophy gonna be, man.
Don't let them trick you off your position, G.
If I can add to that too,
and I agree with Unc.
So I got a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old, right? And my brother, my nephew is, I think 7, turning 7 or 8. No, 7, turning 7, right? And I don't know if y'all ran into the same situation, right? When you had your firstborn and you just wanna protect the firstborn from everything, right? But it come a point when you gotta let go, not just for your family, right? Your mom and your mom's side and your dad's side, but you gotta let go for your wife or your baby mama's side too, right? You gotta let go and like just fall back and let the family have a baby, right? And that was one of the things I had to learn. And I never forget, man. My brother, I had to talk to my brother one time because he was like one of those militant, super, gotta eat at a certain time, just super, just crazy with it when he had his firstborn. And I had to tell him, like, dude, like, look, you can't be like that with our aunties. Our aunties raised us. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was younger, like they the ones that raised us. So how you gonna be like that with them, with your kid, when they raised us? So like that, I think like I was always just cognizant of how I treated the people who raised me with my kid. You know what I'm saying? And I never wanted to act like I knew more than them. I never want to act like, 'cause especially my first kid. I never had a kid. So how I know more than y'all do, regardless of what I could Google, how I know more than y'all do, Like I gotta fall back a little bit. Y'all know some stuff I don't do. Grandma knows some stuff that I don't know. My mama knows some stuff I don't know. You know what I mean? My mother-in-law, aunties. You know what I'm saying? So I was bringing it back to just the whole idea about just having access to information don't mean that we know more. You know what I mean? Like the folks who did it, that's the aunties. There's always the aunties and the mamas and aunties and grandmas who handle it. And I just would never want to act like I know more than them. Like I'm gonna fall back. Y'all know better than me.
I think sometimes you be knowing more than the aunties and grandma.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel what he's saying, Then that's where it's like it's like my mom was like, well, I used to always lay you down face down. I was like, well, don't lay him down face down. It's just a very simple correction. It's just a very simple like, hey, look, I feel you, thank you, but let's not do that with this one. All right, like everything don't gotta be an argument. Like my mom will be wanting to introduce certain solids. I'm like, look, I'm gonna make all the baby food. I'm steaming shit. I'm pureeing shit. Like I'm in the chef. I'm in the kitchen whipping up different purees and first foods. Like I got the whole lineups. Like I'm like,
you said first Q?
To my G.
Yeah, this is my first. Yeah, for sure.
But I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you. My wife was trying to do all that. My first kid, she was on the puree. She tried it for a little bit, and she had to table it because it was a little too time consuming. And with the second one,
she's doing it. Was she doing all the breastfeeding as well?
Yep. Breastfeeding.
I'm doing the puree, and the wife is breastfeeding. I'm the puree nigga. I got the puree. She got the titty milk. I got the puree. Like let me get my feeding in. Like let me get some vibes in, so I can say like I made this for you, son. Like she got you that milk, but I made you this right here, nigga. Like enjoy this right here. But no, in all seriousness, like when you like the first, like I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but I'm 5 months in. I don't understand the logic of people who say I want another. I don't. And look.
Exactly.
I'm not saying it's not a beautiful experience. I'm not saying it's 5 months in. So look, I'm not saying it's not a beautiful experience. I'm not saying that there's a indescribable joy that I see every single time this nigga smiles. Like it's a crazy thing. That said, I don't understand the logic of, oh, let's do this again. Not right now.
It's a high.
Well, it's because you in the midst of it. You inside like the worst part.
I don't want.
The first year is the toughest.
And if I gotta go through this again,
you're like, oh damn.
Nah, you know what? I don't know. If I gotta go through this again, I wouldn't run to it. I'm just saying.
I'm telling you, I 100% understand what you're saying, because we all done been there. That first year is the trenches, bro. It's the trenches.
Yeah.
It's the trenches. But boy, once you get out of that first year and your little man start walking around and responding how you want to respond and playing with you and watching movies with you and doing everything that you want him to do with you.
Like, man, it'd be fire if another one of these was walking around here.
I don't know. See, I don't know. We'll revisit this at that time. But right now, I can't even like. It's not even like. Nah, I can't even see the pathway to that feeling. I can't.
G, what it is that you an older parent too. See, they had kids when they were a little bit younger. And see, that's with me. I had my son. I was 36 years old when he was born. I don't want no motherfucking kids. No.
38.
Hell no.
38.
I was 30.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm saying I'm 38 with my first.
When you old, ooh, no. Because you gotta think about it. Come on now. If you have a child when you're 40, right? Can you imagine being 55 years old, having to go out there and play catch with them and running at them and trying to do this? Come on, bro. For real. Fuck out of here.
Look, I like the idea. I do like the idea of having a younger kid and that just like giving me energy and just a different thing. But at the same time, like I said, I don't want more. I don't see the pathway to more. I'm like, this is a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, a lot of just like a lot goes into this. Like not only does a lot go into this, the fact that I would then have to have another and balance the attention bothers me. Exactly. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, it does. It does. I can't lie to you.
Gee, I'm gonna tell you, once they're like they 2.5.
And I'm my mom's only child, so that might be, but it bothers.
But I'm gonna tell you, G. I'm gonna tell you, G, because like, I'm gonna be my age. I was 33 on my first and 38 on my second, right? And I'm telling you, like with the first, I 100% understand where you at right now. I'm telling you, there are brighter skies ahead of you, right? But also, there come a time when it's like, man, he really just sitting there playing by himself. You know, he really just
want to tell me
chilling. Yep.
Listen, I done seen this with. Listen, I come from a big family. I got a lot of people that got a lot of people, and the real cheat code is having low key, having kids closer together is actually the cheat code.
Right, but shoot, getting pregnant ain't easy.
Say it again.
Getting pregnant is not easy as people make it.
No, that's a fact.
Listen,
that's a fact.
We older parents, so I get it. I damn sure get it. But
I can say, my sisters were very fertile.
right. Again, listen, I come from Ali, Amir, Roger. It's 6 of us. So yeah, it's 6 of us.
6 siblings?
It's 5 siblings, 6 of us.
Okay.
But that's not a rarity inside my family. Like we got it's a common thing. But the easier routes that I have seen has been like, say my brother, I got 2 brothers and sisters, they got twin names, but they're like a year apart each. So it's Ali and Leah, they're like a year apart. Then there's like a 3 or 4 year gap. Then there's Amir and Amira. And raising them are like those couplets was a lot easier than say like me and Roger, we're like 5 years apart, where it's like a bigger gap. And then sometimes you're gonna be by yourself a little bit, sometimes you're doing whatever. But then having all 4 of them also is like it's its own little like community and tribe that they grew up within, that there is actually so much less parenting that you do when you have like that big tribe of kids, I'm be honest.
That makes sense. I mean, look, that's the reason why niggas was having 10, 12, 13 kids back in the day, was to put them to work. Like, let's be clear. Like the whole idea, like that's sort of what I'm saying. The idea of having more kids is kind of like to put those kids to work. And this is where I go into where, like, the folks, the people that I grew up with who came from big families, who was the oldest siblings, who had to do all that babysitting, do all that sacrifice, give up their teenage years to essentially be co-parents or be more of an adult because their parents put them in a responsible position versus letting them go out and be free. I see a lot of resentment there. I do, like, very, very often. Like, and I see that, like, whether it be like inside my family or the people I grew up with, that older sibling, second older, the ones who grew up with the most responsibility is like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't want you to have all these fucking siblings. Like, I didn't ask to be put in charge of X, Y, and Z, and that be my life all through high school. Like, I couldn't wait to get out of this house. Like, so it's trade-offs. It's trade-offs to everything.
Hey, go ahead. Real quick. If I had to say it, cause like we actually tried. Like I said, we had a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old, right? We tried to keep them within like about 2 or 3 years. But like I said, getting pregnant ain't easy, right? So I mean, I'm gonna just say it for UG, anybody, man. Like, real talk. Like I said, that first year is gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell, and it is what it is, right? But if it was one of those situations where, say, if you could knock out, like in the first, have it pop out a kid, 2-3 years later, pop out another one, right? Just thug it out. It's gonna be terrible. I'm telling you, it's gonna be terrible. You're going through the storm, right? You're getting it all out within a 5 or 6 year span. And then once some kids hit that 5 or 6 year, being 5 or 6 years old, it's smooth sailing after that. But you got to get through that first year. You got to get through everything that come through.
Niggas say smooth sailing as if it's a guarantee your kids are gonna be well behaved. And
that's on you. That's on you.
No. That's not always on the parent. That's not always on the parent. There's plenty of examples of plenty of kids coming from the same household with different outcomes, different behavioral patterns.
Dude, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. My first kid, I told y'all, Rubik's Cube. Go do science stuff. He's just a well-behaved, smart kid. My second kid, he's smart. but boy, I got to fight him to do that homework. You know what I mean? So I'm with you. Same house, same parents, different kid, right? But his ass no. When I make a certain face, and when my voice hit a certain octave, Daddy ain't playing.
So let me be clear. Let me be clear, Quincy, because I'm not talking about respect for you as a parent. I'm just talking about when you're not around, which is most of the time as parents, when they reach a certain age. Because like, if I just use so this is where we kind of use our experience. Like, I know for a fact I don't disrespect my parents, but if I'm in school and you're not my mama, you can't tell me shit. Like. It's like, who are you, nigga? Like, who are you? Like, who are you? Make me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that was how I was in school. That just
you had no village behind you. That's what you're saying, basically. You're independent. But can I ask y'all something? Does anything, like, I know growing up, my father used to tell me stuff, and he would always stop and just give me some knowledge on something. And like, it made no sense to me. But after I got older, all them things that he sat me down and told me and would just stop or just talk to me about, later on it made sense, and I kind of live my life by those things. Is any one of you fathers or whatever, because I was kind of close to my father, was any of your fathers told you stuff now that didn't make sense then, but right now it makes sense to you? And you'd be like, okay, I get what he was saying.
Sure.
Yeah, there for a few things. There for a few things.
I'm not. I don't have like I'm not like you saying no, but sure.
Oh, my daddy told me one time, you look for shit, you find shit. Real quick.
Yeah, I think there's like always.
I learned shit from all old heads. Real talk.
Small little things. Like, I think one thing that stuck with me was like haste makes waste. It's like such a simple term, but the faster, like you trying to rush through something 9 times out of 10, you know what I mean, you're gonna have to redo it anyway. And you just, if you just take your time and do it right, it's one of those patience things. I'm an impatient person, so I'll try and get some shit done quick. And I think for me, that's one of those things that have stuck. But to branch further on what Uncle was saying, I know that there is like a levy of intentional conversations that I just have with my son, whether he takes or doesn't take him away. Like there
You're gonna
is,
have to listen for sure.
Yeah, pretty much. It's kind of what it is. Where like we talk about I'm gonna lay out a bunch of different little things, and that's the intentionality behind me. Hopefully, he understands some of the lessons. He gets it, and a lot of times you don't see the man that you make specifically until they get older, because of you get a version of your kid in your household. But that version is going to be different than what the teachers see. It's going to be different than what the coaches see. It's going to be different than what
friends.
The friends. Again, like I said, I'm an advocate for college. When they're put inside their peer group where they have their own full autonomy,
a little cutie or whatever they dating, get a different version.
Yeah, a little shorty.
Yep.
And to me, my hope is just that some of these things resonate. They help build the character and person who they are.
Yeah, I know. One thing my father told me was when I got a little older, I was getting older, and he said to me, always make sure you got somewhere to lay your head. Make sure wherever you at, make sure that, you know what I'm saying, your name is on that. Don't, basically don't be no bow weaver. He said, because back then there were always 2 cops. He said, when them 2 cops come to that house, it's going to be 2 of y'all behind that door. But when that door closed, me 3 of y'all on the other side, because that ain't yours. Make sure you always have your own. Don't never depend on no woman to take care of you for nothing. Always have your own place and make sure you're able to take care of yourself and fend for yourself and all things. That was something that I kind of grew up with. You know what I'm saying, being able to take care of my own self. I prided myself on that because he taught me that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Kamu, welcome to the show. What's going on, brother? What is your contributions to the conversation?
Yep. How's it, gents? Yeah, for sure, man. Talking to what Unc has asked about fathers, bro. My father used to say some weird stuff, bro, and it only makes sense now because I'm becoming a man and stuff. He'd he'd
Hey,
say
Kamo,
stuff
real quick,
like,
how old are you?
I'm 30.
Okay, just on the zero. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
No kids.
Nah, no kid, none
Okay.
of that. But you know, and so my parents were not married, right? And my father was with us until I was the age of 4, and then he disappeared when my sister was born. And then he kept on like visiting us, stuff like that. And I didn't really care about him. I thought, I didn't need him and stuff like that. But now as a young man, bro, I have a lot of questions and stuff. So this other day I went to visit him. And one of the things he used to say when he'd come back in the day, he'd say that we were disturbed. And to me, it flew over my head. He would tell me, no, son, don't worry, we were disturbed. We're gonna be fine. We were disturbed. We're gonna be fine. And now, what made me go visit him and ask him questions? It was when my mom, the other time, was visiting my mom. My mom said, a breaking point between me and your dad came when your dad asked me for a second wife. I was like, really? It's like, yeah. I'm like, so I'm saying this to my mom. I'm like, so you didn't want to be my dad's second wife, so you didn't want to submit to a black man, only for you for the rest of your life to submit to a white man, right? Because my
So
mom
wait,
was working for this
come on,
company, the British.
wait. Pause. Just pause the story. Just
Hey,
pause the
this took a
story.
left turn,
Kamu,
Caboose. This took a
hold
left
on.
turn.
Just pause the story.
That went crazy.
Hold on, Kamu. Just pause the story. Just pause the story. Hold on.
He went crazy.
So
This about to be a clip right here.
so you're just to make sure I'm hearing you straight here is that your dad had one wife and then met your mom, correct?
For sure.
Okay, all right. And then she got pregnant with you, and he tried to make her wife number 2.
Yep.
And you're saying
which is normal in Africa.
I'm respecting it. I just want to make sure we lay it out so that we all on the same page, so we hear you correctly. Let me just make sure we on the same page.
Hey G, can I ask a question real quick? As you lay it out and make sure that we're all on the same page. Did your mother know that he had another wife already?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, she knew, bro.
So look, players, hey, Kamu, players play. I'm not mad at it. Players play.
Players play. Okay.
So what makes you then say she submits to a white woman just because she made this decision, or a white man, excuse me, not white woman? What makes her submit to a white man because she didn't want to be a second wife? Help me understand.
So my mom worked for this British company. When I was young, bro, she used to tell us about how he doesn't like his manager, this guy, and that guy was not even a white man who stayed in South Africa. He was deported straight from England. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a British white guy, who was giving her instructions and stuff like that. And I was a kid back in the day. It was like it's whatever. But now as a grown man, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, throughout your life, you've been taking instructions from this man, and you had a man that wanted, to take care of you, and you rejected that, only for you to submit to this man for a paycheck. You know what I mean? And it's like, to me, that didn't make sense, because I want to work for I don't want my wife to touch to lift a finger. You know what I mean? I want to take care of my wife, and that's what my dad is doing, bro. Like, bro is taking care of his wife. You know what I mean? And it would have been the same with us.
So your mom turned down a soft life of being taken care of and being a second wife. But what's my question is to you, do you understand why she doesn't want to be a second wife?
No, so she said. I mean, because my mom is hardcore Christian, bro, and there's a clash between Christian life and African way of life. You know.
Oh, there we go.
She's a hardcore Christian. So when I went back to
She's
my
a
dad,
hold on. She's a
I said,
hardcore Christian, but she had sex with a married man. Where was her
you
morals
know,
at then?
you know how,
Where was her morals at when she was giving the box up? Her morals was
you know how,
corrupt from the beginning.
Hey,
you know,
we all
you know
gotta
how,
relax. That's why I'm having a tactful conversation.
we
No, I'm
all
just
fall
saying.
short
Because
of
we
the
trying to
glory
be
of God.
respectful. We trying to be
What I'm
respectful.
saying. No, what I'm saying is that you're going to go with one thing with the religion thing, but you pick and choose when it comes to religion. That's why I say you know what I'm saying? You can go with religion or either have a personal relationship with God. Have a personal relationship with him. Don't go with that religion because that religion always gonna fall short or whatever because you're going with one thing saying she don't want to be married to this man, but she can have sex with him and have kids with him. And he already have a wife.
bro,
Once she immoral from the beginning,
Yo, can I? I don't take that as disrespectful, bro. I know Christians are hypocrites. I grew up in a Christian setup. You know what I mean? I don't. They are hypocrites, bro. Which is why I left that nonsense. And it made sense when I went back to my dad to explain everything. To say, yo, bro, when you used to come and say we were disturbed and you know all of those things, now it makes sense for me. Christians would pick one thing over the other, and like you know, their judgment is so hypocritical, bro. You know what I mean? So I understand. No, it's not a disrespectful observation. It's So yeah, I guess that was the reason we were in the situation we were in, and for me, bro, I feel my pops, man. I feel my pops. Yeah.
Oh damn! Drop the mic on that one. I feel Kamu. I was about to say Kamu dropped the mic on that one. Got up out of here.
No man, no.
Nah, but look, that's an interesting perspective because you know, like, what would you call your father's religion, if anything?
Well, to be honest, man, I don't think he has one. But people who do not practice Christian religion, we just African spiritualists, bro. You know, which is
So
very
African spirit.
messy.
Okay,
There's a
okay.
yeah, yeah, it's very messy.
Are you African spirituality also?
Well, bro, I don't think I'm at that level. I'm at that level yet, but I don't. I'm not Christian. I'm just a cultural Christian because of the way I grew up. But personally, I'm not, bro. You know?
So you want like 5 wives too?
No, I want to. I want to.
2. Okay, my bad.
That's a lot of ground beef. That's a lot of ground beef you got to come up with. Now, come on now.
Well, so nah, that's small waters, bro.
How much? Hey, speaking. All right. So how much does a nigga have to make to afford 2 wives comfortably? Where they don't lift a finger. Where they don't lift a finger and got a housekeeper.
You know, to be honest with you, bro, nothing at all. I mean, cause once you get married, we have government gives you a house.
What? Wait. Government gives you a house?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
In South Africa, if I get married, I get a house.
You can apply for one.
Damn.
Apply or get, nigga. That's different.
You can get one, dog. Like you are eligible to get a house, a free housing.
How many people that apply get a nice house? Not a mud hut either. Nice joint.
I'll be honest with you. It's not a nice house. It's just
okay.
It's just so it's just it's it's a small house, kitchen, dining room, 2 bedroom, and a bathroom.
So how many wives can fit in that house?
No. If you take 2 wives, you're gonna get 2 houses. So it's really up to you. You know what I mean?
One house per wife.
Yeah. So a lot of married people don't want that house. because there's a lot of married people want to build their own houses and stuff like that, but you can get out. So it's not, you don't need much really to start that life.
Word, Q, you want to get us out of here?
Yeah. Shout out to the houses that they build inside South Africa. Some are government subsidized and some are not. And if you want 2 wives, you need to build 2 ones from the scratch. That's kind of what it sounds like what I took. Also, Camus is for African spirituality and believes that Christians are hypocritical, but also is a practicing Christian by culture. And dislikes the fact that Mom Dukes was a Christian and didn't practice African spirituality. Is that a fair synopsis of what we just kind of indulged in?
Yeah, for sure. I'll give you that.
Okay, all right. Shout out to it. I think that confusion makes the world go round. With that said, we did not get deep into this conversation, so it might make sense to make for us.
And Johnny was ghost too. I think it was on purpose. I ain't want to say nothing, but I think Johnny was.
He kept going.
I think he was running. I think he was running
before it was time for us to get into
he
the
was running on this show.
It didn't make sense for us to get into it until Johnny was on, but Johnny kept coming in for like 3 minutes and then he'll drop off.
He was running from this one. He must got a little bitty at the crib. What you think Johnny doing over there, boy? Johnny, oh, there you go.
Hey, ain't nobody.
Oh man, this nigga got a little beat. He didn't beat it. He didn't beat it.
I heard.
He didn't leave it. Now
I heard my name. I heard my name. I ain't running from nothing. I ain't.
This nigga.
Hey, look. I had to handle something, but.
I know. Hey, respect Johnny P handling business on the Unpacked.
Man, y'all chill out, man. Y'all chill out, man. We gonna get to it next week.
Live.
Man, y'all chill out. Chill out. Like y'all stupid, man. But I ain't run from nothing. I'll just say that. I ain't running from nothing.
Hey, you was sprinting, jogging, walking fast.
Hey, I'm 11 toes on the business, man. We'll handle that. Nigga, I said what I said.
Yeah, Johnny popped in at 3 hours on a late show.
Nah, he knew he was gonna have some.
To get into it anyway.
No, we not. I just said that. Yeah, we do it next week. I'm just saying, I'm not scared.
Oh, now you want to drag it?
Y'all ain't gonna put that. Y'all ain't gonna put. Y'all ain't gonna put that. Y'all ain't gonna put.
Johnny.
Nigga, you said scared. You said scared. Like I'm like nah. I'm a husband.
Say it now, Johnny. Say it now.
I ain't saying nah. We good.
Get off here. Next week we're gonna talk about Johnny's take. What's your take, Johnny?
I'd rather my son. We.
You want to go
hold on.
after?
Okay, hold on, because it's 3 hours 7 minutes. I say
put
shit,
it on wet.
We gonna be here forever. But like, if I had to choose, I'd rather have a gay son than a soft son. Absolutely. Like, I don't want no soft kids. I don't like soft people, soft parents. Like, yeah, like I said it. Yeah. We can break it down next week. We can break it down next week.
At least give him the decency. You got it. You broke it down. You broke it down, bro. That's it.
Hey, look, like, like what?
We will be back next.
We'll talk about it next week. We'll talk about it next week. Like I'm standing on that.
G King, Camus, that South African Christian.
Johnny Jaden Ivy P.
Johnny Jaden Ivy P.
Hey, no, don't put no. Don't. My middle name Edward. Don't call me nothing else. Yeah, don't. Yeah, like nah.
Kirk at the end. But Steve, day goes on. What that say?
Johnny Ivan.
Nah.
This has been a fun episode of Unpacked. Like that.
Yeah.
We out. Peace.